Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to SF1 Sunday Race Night. This is your man, Positively Glad, bringing you Monza, not Mexico, like 2 weeks ago. Monza. I'm here tonight here for the first ever time with a fellow GP2 racer. Had a sort of good weekend last weekend-ish. We'll let him tell you about that. It's our old buddy, the Iceman Kimmy. How you doing, mate?
Thanks, Pos. Yeah, fantastic. Nice to get back in the points again.
I know, mate, we both had stinkers, I tell you that, fighting for 10th place in Bleeding Britain, mate, but this is not why we are here. We are here for GP1 after one of the most stunning battles last week between Benny and Bingley. We are here now, hopefully, to bring you a wet session. Fucking come on. Oh, I've swore. Oh, no. Oops. So, wet qualifying we got here so far then, Kimmy. Thoughts, predictions, what do you reckon's going to go down?
Well, we know what happened last night in GP2. You know, it's all about that first corner to start with. And I think once we've got, first couple of laps under the belt and, the car starts to stretch out a little bit, that's when it's going to really show.
I'll tell you what, it was funny as well, wasn't it? Because, one of the most interesting sessions that we've ever had, obviously myself, getting down in 10th place after just blowing myself up, which was quite humorous. I think, didn't you have a crash as well? I can't remember if you had one as well. I didn't actually see most of it. I think you did, didn't you?
Yeah,
there was about 2 or 3 of us. 2 or 3 of us that went off spot.
Crazy.
We're going to be going straight out with Beat Cadges. His cousin Lennon was driver of the day last night. They tried giving it to me, but I was having none of it. So basically, Lennon had a great drive, mate. 3rd position for Lennon, shocking the world almost, in that particular sense. But, in terms of the whole thing, Kimmy, I love I'm speaking of Kimi Räikkönen, this is kind of epic. I reckon I'd do this full time, to be fair. It's kind of awesome, isn't it? But, no, seriously, what would you really... Oh my God, Upsy Daisy just started speaking in my house. But what would you kind of say? I mean, obviously, you've got the likes of Bingley, haven't you? You've got your Bennies as well, all the usual kind of so-called candidates. But do you think there's going to be any shocks this weekend? And if you do, who would you see it coming from, mate?
I think Big Mo's not so much a shock, but I think he's going to be up there today. He's generally pretty quick. It's normally pretty quick on this track, and be interesting to see where he can do.
Big Mo, of course, driving the McLaren today. And you know what? I've drawn a blank. Oh, I almost forgot that Rhodes was his teammate. How have I done that? I was literally trying to wrap my brain, mate, going through the bleeding the teams. And you see here, one McLaren lets another one through, and a Renault goes through as well. But we are going to be on board now for the first time lap of the weekend. It's going to be with Beat Cadges. So also as well, Kimmy, of course, you've got this session here. We had almost identical session, didn't we, yesterday? In GP2, funnily enough, which is kind of interesting. Obviously, as we mentioned, I blew up miserably, but we'll talk about that another time. Wasn't really the most pretty of crashes, so to speak. 6 views as well to interrupt that. Thank you very much, guys. Drop us a follow if you have not already. BK just takes the first corner very nicely. In fact, he takes it really nicely, actually. You kind of expect almost when you came in there just to kind of run a bit wide, especially on your first flying lap when you're up your fuel mix for the first time. Getting it really, really done there in fairness.
I'm just watching Cobra then going around the first hairpin in that looked very clean. I was on about.
Go on.
Yeah, I was on about this yesterday with. I forgot what it was.
We'll just blame the heat.
Yeah,
England are out of the World Cup. We don't need to worry about anything else anymore. We don't need names. Screw it, you know what I mean?
I'm still wearing the England shirt, mate. I tell you, I'm still living the dream.
Mate, well, I was telling the missus yesterday. Obviously, this is a bit off topic, you know what I mean? Everyone's going to give me hate in this for the comments, by the way. I was telling the missus that apparently we didn't actually lose to Croatia. We beat them 8-0, and we set records. She didn't believe me because she had BBC Radio 2 who were very, very biased towards Croatia, I found out, but we'll move on anyway. So yes, mate, you were saying about Cobra, obviously won it with his kind of smooth entrance into the first chicane. By the way, guys, just to kind of let you know, we've got a couple of new guys in there. I forgot to mention that. Well, one new guy, one change in name. We've got Cobra, who of course is the artist formerly known as Benny H. He is now called Cobra. We're on board with him as we speak. Cad just does a 32.6. Nice start. We've also got Chronic Hazard.
Yeah. Bob's just coming around stage time as well.
Okay, what's he going to get? Oh, that's comfortably first. 1 minute 30.5. That's pretty much quicker than any of us did yesterday. So that, in effect, is the fastest lap of the weekend so far, but obviously a long way to go yet. Let's have a look, see if we've got anyone else coming around really soon. Syke, who had an impressive debut last week. Not do bad. Sol, 1 minute 35.0. I'm guessing that's just a banker lap. Sol does like to do that quite a bit, of course. So we've now got, we've mentioned before, K Rhodes, third in the championship. Not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. I secretly know his strategy already, so we'll leave that there as it does a 1 minute 33.5. Kimmy, what do you reckon about the kind of wet to dry conditions yourself? Obviously, I know, because we've had a lot of experience yesterday with it. Obviously, you were the brave one in qualifying yourself to actually try the super soft tyres in the rain. When it's always hard really to tell, isn't it? When do you know when is it good? And Goomba's gone fourth below, but we'll carry on talking. When is it you know when the absolute perfect crossover is? Because the game tells you one thing, and Optical's left the session. Great start, mate. When do you know? When is it kind of like the ideal time for you to realise?
It's sort of like felt like I wasn't improving on my times, you know, on the. I just thought, you know what, I'm just gonna throw caution to wind. The track looked dry. You know, my tyres weren't really giving me the performance I felt I needed, so I just thought I'd give them a go.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, it just wasn't quite right.
It's one of them, innit, though, because, like, you know, obviously, as you know, we're not just commentators, we're drivers, obviously. As I think someone else has just done a lap as well. Quite impressed, mate, with Beat Cad just going back onto the actual live action here. Up in fourth position, usually not quite one to be up there. I mean, obviously we had a couple of shocks yesterday, didn't we, with Dino coming second place in qualifying. That was kind of an eye-opener. But as Saxeni goes second, good stuff here, 1 minute 30.5. I'm trying to bit of wind, forgive me guys. Ghost comes fourth, so Ghost's up to fourth. So that's a 1 minute, so we've got 4 in the 1 minute 31s. I'm assuming pole, when Bingley eventually does dust off his gloves, will be a fight between Benny, Smoke, you know, your usual candidates, wouldn't it? With Zany now thrown into the mix as well. Senna doing really well though, mate. Really well. Your pick, Big Mo. Good lap by Mo, mate. Moves himself out of the drop zone technically. He was second bottom. He's now moved to a 32.7. That's a 1 minute 32.7. Obviously, Big Mo is going to be entering GP1 next year. He said himself he's not the most confident about it. We've got a yellow flag in Sector 2. Who the deuce is that? Let's have a look. And I believe it's the Ghost. There you go, Ghost went off in, I believe that is just after the second chicane, start of Sector 2. So, got to be very, very careful. If you remember, going back some, a load of people crashed off at this particular corner where Ghost is now, that second Lesbo. Or Lesbo, it's getting called Lesbo, screw it, why not? So we got, by the way, we do have Rara coming back as well though, Kimmy, so hopefully Rara will be jumping into this as well, starting from the back. And Paige Cardinal is crashed out and is gone. And K Rhodes has a 0 place penalty, which is quite interesting to see at the best of times. Rhodes is... Oh! Ah! Interesting. I'm thinking, mate, that Rhodes going slow
it's just
with
crashed
no
out.
fuel. Yeah, but Kimmy's also there as well. So I'm going to message off Optical. Give me a second there. Let's load that up. Can we restart for setup? Mate, we don't do restart for setups, bro. You know what I mean? It's something which we don't do, like, you know what I mean? We do setups for dodgy shit that happens. But we'll obviously move forward from there. We've got Senna's in second with a 1 minute 31.0. Mate, you've called a couple of good names here. You know what I mean? So a lot of guys, as you mentioned, there will be a couple of upsets. Your man Big Mo down in 10th position at the moment. Obviously, Kimmy being in the Force India is probably banking that Rara does actually make it back. So fingers crossed, get him some more points. Rara's had a very successful season, barring Belgium, who decided to have a little bit of a love affair with the wall, which is quite interesting. Optical does need to get out and do a lap regardless whether the setup is there or not, as 2 wings around Monza is fine anyway. It's all going around, very, very low fuel there. Right, let's have a look, see, we've got Smoke Spaceman set a nice little comfortable 7th position lap. So 1 minute 32.3. Right, Let's have a
Right,
butcher's here.
and he took it wide coming round Parabolica.
Oh, let's have a look at that
into
then.
the pits.
Oh,
It's coming
sacked
into
it
the
off.
pits.
Sacked it off. Giving up hope. Spaceman down in 7th. Optical still yet to leave the pits. We don't really do restarts for dodgy setup stuff. You know what I mean? Curry 30 dubs. I've never actually heard of you before. You're probably a follower from a long time ago. Thank you very much, mate. How are you doing anyway? Thank you very much for tuning in. Optical does come out on track anyway, so we'll see how he does. We've got everybody now technically on the verge of setting a lap. We've got Mini Stocks and Bingley, as you just see Bingley here going round. I believe that is Ascari, yep, coming at him from a dodgy angle. That is very true. Psych, of course, on the stream as well, saying the pad traction could decide qualifying, of course. It's funny how you're seeing a lot of names that don't usually appear towards the top. I mean, Senna is pretty good, he's usually kind of mid-pack. But kind of right up there, Smoke Spaceman goes into 4th position. That is with a 1 minute 31.3. 6 guys now in the 31s. You're going to be assuming that kind of the pole time will be a 30. A Sector 3 yellow flag. Who's that then? It is Sol driving at... I'm not grabbing you, mate. Your teammate is driving at 12 miles an hour.
Oh, it's pretty slow.
Oh, bloody hell. Hey, here's one for you, Kimmy. Just look at the stream now. Someone said, "Hey boys." I said, "Who are you?" Apparently it's my teammate. Oh, these Twitch usernames. How you doing, Jordan? Anyway, hope you're going to be enjoying this little stream. You'll notice with me and Kimmy are probably not, you know, overly excited yet, because we're just simply waiting in Q1. We've already got 2 cars crashed out, so as long as Optical, Stocks and Bingley set a lap time, we've got our elimination. However, saying that, K Rhodes out in Q1, mate. Honestly, it's a shock.
That is a shock.
But
that
however, he did retire, didn't he? He didn't crash out though. Carno was the only one who actually lost a wheel. I think Rhodesy retired on track after the kind of incident with him. We got another yellow flag in Sector 3. Believe that up, but there's only 2. Smoke Spaceman, I believe he's just getting out of Bingley's way. There you go. Yep, just going to go back on board now with Bingley. Come flying now down towards Parabolica, the one track that I know at least 4 corner names. We are rolling. We're learning, obviously. Don't ask me what the rest of them are, I haven't got a clue. So we got Bingley here coming across the line then. We're going to be probably looking at a 30 for Bingley. A 30.1, oh my Jesus. He's back up top. That is ridiculous, mate. Wonder if anyone else can actually get near that time. Quite interestingly, everyone else is pretty much there. We just need Optical G now to complete a lap time. And what's happened there? Bingley, I think, has just gone... What's he doing? Oh, he's like...
I think he was finalising his lap and just letting somebody else through.
I was about to say, mate, I was thinking, what's he doing parking there, like? But I was like, pit lane's around the other side of the track, mate. We can do reverse back up the track and go. But we got Optical G coming around now just after Ascari. Very, very clean exit, obviously, even though he was talking about setup problems. As one of my oldest followers, Ivy's here, mate. Really, really chuffed to see you back on board. Thank you very much for watching, my man. As we currently are watching Optical G, which in effect is about to knock K Rhodes out of the session. So let's have a look. He doesn't go 7th and Rhodesy out. Rhodesy is out. Everybody, no one else needs to complete a lap. In effect, the Kimmy is over.
Big Mo down in 14.
I was about to say, yeah, Mo, quite far down. I mean, he is going out for another run. We'll see how he does this. We'll get on board with Big Mo, actually. We don't often give him a lot of TV time because he usually just kind of keeps himself to himself in these races, barring attack battling with his teammate usually from time to time. But Mo, whether it's through incident, obviously not his fault. Of course, Mo he's only had 1 penalty this year, so he's doing quite well. Also, as well, you know, we just don't usually see him on track, do we? Senna has retired. He thinks a 1:31.0 is enough, which I wholeheartedly believe in. But saying that, mate, they're all still going round attempting to do lap times. Very interesting. Very, very interesting.
I went out a lot of fuel last night and, you know, just try to get a feel for the track.
You have to, don't you? It's like, do you know what?
Yeah.
We had, obviously, we had 2 quali bands yesterday, didn't we? I'm not going to go on naming names, like, you know what I mean? But we had 2 quali bands in our race yesterday, but the consensus in the group was, should we just do Q1 anyway? Because it's like you said, you need a feel for the track in these conditions, don't you? It's one of them here, really, where, especially in this sort of, well, like obviously Big Mo here, as you see, he's not having the cleanest of runs for Ascari, but it's all about, as you mentioned, learning the track, getting a feel for it, and then obviously taking it from there.
Yeah, I mean, the track changes as well. Like we say, I mean, it started to go dry, so it was like, that's when I started to think, do I stay on these tyres or do I go on to the softs? And yeah, you chose the softs with a bad option there. You know, the track's still looking plenty damp enough to stay on these tyres now.
But to be fair, a lot of people actually did go out even in Q3 on the dries, and it wasn't, but it was completely dry at the end. It was really weird. There was a smidgy bit of spray, wasn't there? But other than that, nothing else that would have usually you expect to kind of ruin you. But obviously you went off, I believe, where was it? If you see, we're looking at CAD just now. Q2 went off, it was just round here, wasn't it? Sure it was. Or was it a bit later in the lap?
What were you watching?
Just thinking about, I was watching Kajas go around Sector 1 now. Oh, we've got a yellow in Sector 1, let's have a little butchers. Kajas going round, he's gone round that chicane. Oh, and it's Mini Stocks has gone off the track there. I think he's just kind of waiting to get back on. Waiting for eternity by the looks of it, mate. Hopefully he's not late for lunch, because he certainly will be by the time he gets back on bleeding track, let me tell you. Right, so, Optical's retired. What is Stocksy doing? Oh, he's on low fuel mode. Oh my god, he's gone at 7 miles an hour. He's actually driving.
Clear around Palaboic here. Is he going to make an improvement?
Cheers, get me back on topic there, mate. Watching Mini Stocks kind of doing a bloody night fever dance there. So we...
no, he's in the pits. Oh no.
Oh, he's thought better of it. He has improved. Oh my god, he smashed his time, but he invalidated. Big Mo would have got 4th place. Or 5th place there. Oh. Wow, okay, mate. Obviously not had the form so far. But if that lap time wasn't invalidated, that would be a top 5 lap. So that there has really... Oh, what has Benny left the session for? Look at me, we need to bring him back quick. Oh no. Run out of time here. This is not good. I'll invite him to game quick. I'm sure that you did say he left, didn't it? I was about to say. Goodness me. Sorry guys for the kind of confusion so far. You'll have to forgive us. Just kind of trying to make sure everybody gets in, etc, etc. So hopefully we'll be okay. I'm okay, Ivy. Pretty good. So Swanee has joined. Wow. So I don't know what we're going to be doing here, because Swanee and Rara are both in. I don't know if they're actually going to be racing, because obviously now Az has taken over Swanee's car, of course, Kimmy, hasn't he? Of course, Az has been in the second Toro Rosso today. So, yeah. Just basically wait to see if we can bring Benny back into the thing. Into the game, of course. 11 views, guys. Thank you very much. Once again, it's in that crucial double figure. Obviously, if Benny doesn't get back in, he's going to be qualifying in 15th. He has improved. He's validated again.
He's not up.
It did say up, didn't it? I'm sure it did. Green on the numbers. I think Big Mo has accepted that now. Cad just goes round. And does improve. He's up to 11th
Mo's
place.
finished up.
Yeah, I think he's had enough, mate, hasn't he? Mini Stocks is still going round. Let's have a look here. We're just still waiting on Benny to come back in. It says he's in the pits, and he's not actually technically here. So... give me a second, just putting something on the chat.
With a bit of luck, he should be able to join in the session.
He's out! About to say, I think he's out, mate, technically, because obviously I think we've had it a few times where someone disconnects and they don't get in. So, shambles so far. Benny's disconnected. Yes, Swanee. You have to be quick, mate. Not the Toro, because Azza was in it. There's actually technically now 19, mate, because Rara's just jumped in. So, one car off a full grid. I'll let you know. I'll let you know what's available, mate. That's not a problem. Well, I would do, but the race director's just told me to pee off. Oh, yes, you will. You will be, mate. You and Rara are going to be starting from the back, bud. But Cobra has been... But Benny's been kicked out. Benny's not there. Yep. Disconnected. Comes second place. And Benny's had to reset, and he's now not going to be there. So... You may as well commentate, Swan. You may as well commentate. Guys, introducing to the stream, Swanee. Our first ever collaboration, so this is going to be quite cool. How you doing, mate? You okay?
Yeah, I'm not bad, matey. I'm excited for this. First time back in a while.
I know. You part-timer.
Well, I've had personal things going on at the minute, so I was surprised I'm on tonight.
Well, now that makes me feel a bit awkward, doesn't it? Well,
I've
only dropped one F-bomb as well.
Chatting crap about us, you know what I mean? Doesn't bother us, man. No, it's alright. Everything's good, it's just I've got shit to deal with, you know, like everyone does.
I love how you told me off for swearing and you said 2 swear words in that sentence.
Fuck off, did I tell you off for swearing?
Oi, fucking less of it. Don't get me back on the old ways.
We do need to... I told you as a professional commentator that no fucking Martin Brundle goes on and fucking swears his fucking heart out, does he? Like, let's be honest. It doesn't go on the grid and go, Kimi fucking Raikkonen, how are you?
Kimi does.
I'm alright.
He's in the party as well.
Did you? Oh no, that's right. Do you know why? Did you see the interview from the Dutch TV towards Kimi Raikkonen, by the way, on the Australian GP? Did anyone see that? No, it was a Facebook video. I watched it. It was quite funny. He was basically going, "Why do you think Austria is such a difficult track?" And he was like, "Well, it's not a difficult track. It's just short, so we're all quite close together. So it's difficult to get a good lap time out." And the commentator, honest to God, on Dutch TV replies with, "But you fucking Kimi Raikkonen," and he's just like, "What? Can you swear on TV?" And he's like, "I can swear on Dutch TV." So even Kimi Raikkonen, who you can tell swears a hell of a lot when he's drunk, is like stunned by this commentator swearing in his face.
Just a bit of a spoiler, guys, here, just for the way. Welcome in Rara as well. Obviously, we've got 2 guys who are going to be starting at the back here, just jumping into the booth, giving us a bit of a insight from the driver's side.
I'm going to be starting alongside my future teammate.
Of course, I've got you 2.
Oh, are you in Toro Rosso next year? Yeah?
I'm in
Toro
Rosso
again. I'm salty. I'm salty about Toro Rosso again. Like,
I
didn't care. I didn't care what car I got.
You've got
I just didn't want the same one.
Life is good.
I don't want to hear it every time I change gear.
Right, lads, here we go. Right, what we got? Let's have a look at what's going on here. Back to the action here today, then. So, what we've got here in the qualifying so far, I believe Beat Cadges.
Looks like Ghost is starting first. Oh no, yes,
sorry,
Cadges.
Cadges actually. Cadges going round towards the end of Sector 1. Here we go, flying in towards the second chicane, of course. Getting into Sector 2 now. Nicely taken a little bit.
That track's going to be dry by the time this session's over.
Dry by Q3, apparently. So, it's very
What's the race, do you know?
Similar. Nope. No one's actually let us know the race yet, so fingers crossed. You know, I almost sort of don't want to know. You know what I mean? It's one of them. I want to keep a surprise, keep the viewers on the.
Well, you're not meant to know, really, are you? Like.
No, man. I rely on BBC, or I rely on Jeff to tell me the weather. He changes his mind every 5 minutes, so.
You rely on Jeff? God, you're fucked.
My Jeff doesn't even work online. I ask him like nearest corners and stuff, and he just doesn't respond.
Oh, goodness
me! That was a good catch. Good catch.
Good catch here from Cadges going towards. That's going to obviously affect his time. Want to make a quick prediction, obviously, guys, before the lap times start flying in. Predictions, I may as well ask. We'll start with Kimi, obviously. Where do you think, mate, who's going to get knocked out of this session?
I think we're going to see Azza out of this session along with Big Mo and yeah, Azza and Big Mo at the moment.
I've got
Maybe
2
Minister.
who I reckon will be there. I don't know about anyone else because everyone else it's going to be a little. It's going to be up and down, especially with a drying track.
Yeah, I think this entirely depends on when people leave the pit lane. I know for a fact Bingley will be waiting in this pit lane until the very last minute to come out and do 2 laps. But if he comes out in the wet, he crashes out in the wet.
I love these guys to bits, but I feel like Mini Stocks and Gumba are going to be sidelined after this event.
Renaults.
I do think. I think even my own teammate operator here is going to be on the edge. He's always fighting for his position.
To interrupt you there, Swanee. Operator last week had his best qualifying position. he literally got himself in a Q3, mate. Q3 operator last week.
Did
Had
he
a
finish 10th?
fantastic drive. I believe he had an incident with Jono going up Eau Rouge. That was part of the
No, sorry,
review we have to do.
qualifying position.
Yeah, he was up. He was above 10th. I think he was about 7th or 8th, mate. 7th or 8th.
Get in,
I think he came.
operator. Shout out to you, matey. Do it again, please. Almighty God, please get some points for Toro Rosso.
Senna goes
Like,
fast.
I have been missing for like 4 weeks now, and I have more points than you. This is not on.
31.1. Good call there, Raris. Sol doing well. Obviously, your teammate, of course.
Hopefully,
Jono
it'll give me a
third.
Force India.
He'll give one of you one. He'll give one of you it.
Yeah, I don't
One
know.
of you.
I didn't give you. Did he give you a choice of cars? You joined the lobby, rah.
No, you don't get choice. You just get randomly selected.
Mine
You
was
may
just
be
a
in the
Haas
Haas
really,
as well, guys, because obviously Benny did
But
get
if
kicked
the
right at the end of
Mercedes
that
hasn't
qualifying.
been taken, I presume it'll put me in Mercedes to start with, because it was Bingley and no one else, because Sheargarden's not here.
I forgot about Sheargarden not being a
Oh no,
smoke space man.
Rotron's
131.0.
Mercedes. Rotron's Mercedes.
Nice, Force India.
I can see his gamer tag there on the Mercedes, and now I'm Red Bull.
Oh, wicked.
It's a
So
game tag, yeah.
obviously you don't score points for Red Bull, but I can pretend you
No,
do.
no,
That'd be
but
nice.
at least I know I'm in the car. Yeah, Rara,
Chronic
you
has
are
it,
in
guys. Chronic has it going round then, just to complete his lap. Now he was one of Raikkonen's best one. He's actually peeling off. Is that him going? No, it's not. He's there. And 1 minute 40.1. I guess that'll get it done back in 1977. Not doing too bad on this.
What, on the oval track? Are you mad?
Yeah.
Were
Driving
that
it.
still back then, like, were they?
They're driving a Minardi,
Yeah,
maybe.
run quicker.
Oh, yeah,
let's have a look at the current order.
Chronic's had a moment.
It's not
going out
raining,
of,
is this track
turn-
dry now?
It's dry, I was about to
Yeah,
say.
I think
but
the intermediate tyres will very slowly be getting too much temperature. So,
No,
we're
that
gonna
track
have
is
the
so
same thing that
dry.
happened
Look at it.
yesterday. No, it's mate. Look at Smoke Spaceman going on sector 2, still kicking up spray, but it's dry, literally in sector 3. It goes from soaking in sector 2. We go literally into
yeah,
a dry
sector
patch in
2
sector
the
will
3.
trees.
have a lot
It's the
of time
trees,
to
innit?
clear. Yeah, they'll have a lot of time to clear in sector 2. Simply
Looks
because
zany and optical.
there is only one true line through sector 2.
Right, guys, I'm on board with Chronic, and he's literally skidding round every corner.
Yeah, I'm watching him too. He has no control of his car whatsoever.
No, it's. I
Actually-
reckon it's time for the dries.
On board with Bingley on intermediates. Very interesting. How he's actually not
Interesting that
waiting
he's
for the dry
decided to
tyres.
do that. Yeah. Maybe
with
he
7
wants to
minutes to
bank
go.
a lap. This is his bank lap time, I suppose, because he has plenty of time to just put a lap in. If it doesn't work, bail in for the dries, doesn't it?
DRS
Enable,
enabled.
get yourself in. Get yourself in.
There's still
No
spray in
point.
sector 2 because Bingley's losing
There
the back
is.
end.
Let's have a look here.
Oh, this is going to be a much better time for Mazda.
No,
He's
Bingley's
actually
bailed.
oh, he's gonna
Bingley's
score the
bailed.
pits. Oh, Asa was
Bingley's
on
bailed
course
in
for a
his
good
lap.
time there and literally just nearly flying into the pit wall.
Well,
Right,
I know
so
as a through
Sykes-
sector 2 was only 0.006
Yeah.
of a second over his time, so...
Zani is out and he's on the
That
soft.
is, I'll be honest with you, it's too early. It's a little too early.
It depends,
to
because by the time you do your out lap, you get some temperature in the tyres. I think, remember when we
The
were
problem
doing,
is though, he's going so
Baku
slow. There's going to
last
be no
year-
temperature there.
Yeah, you need to speed up a little bit. When we did Baku last year, it was a wet track, but the dry tyres were actually quicker than the inters, simply because it wasn't wet enough for the inters. So I think this
Yeah.
track's in that sort of state now, where you just have to be tentative, but the dry tyres will be a quicker time, because there's not too much water to kick out the way.
Correct. Let's have a look here. Just speaking on the stream, guys. This is one of my Oh right, okay. We've found out, by the way, Kimmy, what happened to Cardinal from himself. Basically, what's happened to him is Rhodes was going slow, as you mentioned about Rhodesy, didn't we? About the lack of fuel.
Yeah.
Rhodes, of course, Cardinal has gone flying into the back of him. So
That's
was
an
the end of
interesting
both of
one
their
for the
sessions.
stewards' decisions as well.
I don't know. I think the steward's on holiday this week, mate. It's all good.
I'm definitely on holiday this week. I'm going to Greece on Tuesday, mate. I'm well happy.
You'll need to do it because there's about 22 clips waiting for you.
Oh,
Syke is pitted.
is bailing. Yeah, that's really interesting. I would have just drove around again, you know, just
Do
tentatively.
you know what?
I,
Hey, that's an
I
interesting
don't
shout. There's
get
enough
why
time.
he's done that.
There's enough time
No,
to
that's
do
a
a lap.
waste. That's a waste, really.
Unless he's just bedding them in.
Even Sol's going on super softs. So when I watched
Operator.
Sol here on his outlap, Big Mo,
Operator's going to be
super softs.
set in first position, guys, by the way.
Goomba's on the
Goomba's going through
softs.
the Lesmos.
Goomba's going for a little bit of an optimistic run here. Because if he does
I
a
think
full
Gumba's
lap,
gonna be the
I
first
don't
one to
think
do a
he'll have
lap.
time. Yeah, I
He's
don't
not,
think
mate.
Gumba will
We've
have
got another
time.
one doing it. Operator's already on
Operator?
one. Operator's going around
Operator's
sector
on
one.
Yeah.
Is it? Where is it?
I know
Ah,
with the
there we
soft
go,
tyres
okay.
now is playing with fire simply because by the time you do a full lap, come back in the pit, if you need to change your tyres and time isn't good enough, you're going to be very close to cutting your time off now.
Operator is on the soft tyres.
That's what I mean. So
Yeah.
it's.
That's what I mean. If he doesn't get this lap right, or if it's not a good enough time, he's going to be playing with fire.
I think
They look like they're
ideally
struggling.
when
Not as
I
much as
think
the
they will
others
do initially. I think they
No.
will do
Not as
initially,
much as
but
the
when
others.
you in conditions like this, you have to do a second lap. You just have to.
Yeah, he needs the
Because the
temperature
track
in
is getting
soft
better
tyres,
and
especially
better
the
all the
softs.
time.
The softs are harder tyres, so they take more time to get the temperature in because there's not enough friction in them.
I'm not going to reveal how good the softs were yesterday. Me and
I've
Kim, if
not
you guys haven't
watched
seen
it
the
yet,
stream,
so
check
shut
out
up.
K-Roads. K-Roads 17 on Twitch, guys. Thank you.
K
Follow
Roads
him,
and
of course.
someone else.
I
was
would
in the
like to
second
admit
half of the race.
K-Roads' Twitch was in 4 different parts, and neither of them were announced.
No, we had
So it's
shambles
like,
off the top
what
to the
other
left.
options in? I know.
Operator.
Operator
28.1.
128.1.
Now, guys, this is where it begins. This is where it begins. So now we're going to see the lap
That's
times
3
begin.
seconds
We need
quicker
to
than Smoke
wait
Spaceman.
we need to wait for the super softs to do a
Gumba.
lap to see what the difference is. If it's a massive difference from softs to supers, has he done the right thing on the softs?
First one
Right,
coming around
Gumba
the
is on the
Supers is
softs.
Sol.
Yeah, I'm watching Sol now. It seems pretty smooth.
Boulder Goomba.
It doesn't seem much better than Operator was.
Sol is always very smooth, isn't he? I've noticed that he always seems to kind of have that sort of, kind of almost ability just to
Sol?
kind of, other than obviously the
Is going to
One
pick
time.
up
Always in
Gumba's
control.
slipstream.
that is a good interruption there. That's a very good point also.
That's one
Come
thing
on,
about Monza.
Sol.
Good timing gives you a good half a second down the
Guys,
straight.
Come on, Sol,
Jono
you sexy
on
bastard.
mediums. Jono mediums.
That
Oh.
is a brave
Oh, that's
man.
going to be a nice quick time.
Sol is
Here
flying.
comes the
Sol
nice
is
time, yeah.
absolutely
There should be a
flying.
26.
It's a 25.
25.4!
That is
Goomba
is
is
that
doing
safe
better.
coming
though?
out.
If I was Sol,
Goomba's
I
gone
would
round the
stick
game,
going.
but Goomba has gained a lot of time. So
Big Mo,
Goomba
Big Mo's
is
got
Kimmy,
his
he's
out,
invalidated again. I think Big Mo invalidated again. I'm sure he did.
Sol?
yeah,
Where you
he
going?
had -5 seconds, but didn't actually put it in.
That was just bizarre.
He's got time. Everyone has time here, though.
Az is out on track as well. Everybody on flying laps now, ladies and gentlemen, pretty much here.
Yeah,
barring
Bingley's
Bingley,
on
Optical,
softs.
Psych and Ghost. Oh, they're all coming out now. Okay.
Bingley's out lap. Bingley's good.
Yeah.
Optical's in the pits.
They're all-
Oh, he's come
they're
out
all
now,
in.
sorry.
So these guys have left themselves one chance. Swanee, this is matching what you're saying. Oh, in the background, Goomba. Goomba spun off. I think it was Goomba or was it Stocks? It was Goomba.
No, no, Gumba's fine.
It was
Gumba's fine.
Stocks. It was Stocks. Stocks had a little spin on his flying lap. That's maybe crucial. Swanee, what you were saying, these
got
guys,
enough time to do
the
it.
four at the bottom. Oh, what's happened here? Optical G.
Guys!
Oh my God,
Guys, I hate to
what a
interrupt-
crash.
I hate to interrupt you, but Mini Stops is on Inters.
No, he's not. mate.
Interesting.
He's not.
No, he's
Maybe
not. He's
show
on
that on
yellows.
your screen. He's on yellows.
Softs. He's on
Jono,
softies.
Jono on the mediums. Jono on the mediums, 24/7.
That
So Kadja
is,
is
that is
same
a
sort
quick
of
lap
time
time.
with super soft. So on the mediums, that is a really good lap.
Az has not improved his time.
Invalidated. Invalidated. I just want to make a point though as we see the lap times begin. There's a big cat
Big
just
Mo,
got
yeah.
pulled for a minute. Big Mo has just got pulled. Finally, he gets a lap done. Whoever's last round is going to be on the front row here. Obviously, I know it's only Jeep, Q2.
It's
but
Bingley
still.
at the minute.
Bingley.
But this is a good setup for Q3
Senna.
because it's going to be an actual speedy shootout. It's a dry track. See
Yeah,
what
set
the-
C2,
And there is
23.9.
virtually no. This is not a practice session for the next one either. So this is next session's going to be totally fresh. Everyone's going to
Here
be
comes Operator.
fighting.
Big improvement for Operator Swanee. Operator goes third.
I'm on board.
just
I'm
look.
on board with Bingley.
That is
Az is out.
definitely
Az
a
is out.
Q3 time.
As a grid
Zero-
penalty
Zero
collision with
plays grid
Akas.
penalty though.
That makes no sense.
Ignore it, mate. There'll be something that give the same to Rhodes. Yeah, whatever. Swanee, you made a point,
We'll have to
and that's
see.
why obviously Optical went out as we watch Bingley go towards Parabolica now. Basically, the soft tyres you mentioned are going to be a bit of an issue. Well, they are because Optical's just gone and crashed out. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
it's obviously got
straight away
Jono
out,
with a
wasn't it?
23.3. Bug at me like
Expecting that to be
you're
smashed.
Bingley.
Bingley
Oh my God.
21.7.
The track
That
is now
is
dry though.
scary.
The track is now
That
officially
is
dry.
scary.
Do you know what?
And he
The times
knows
will
he's
drop
going to
by,
hit
and
his
they'll-
happy with that lap. Look at him.
I think there'll be a 119, you know, in the Q3 session, simply because when the track is completely dry, a bit warmer in next session as well, and everyone will be on these super softs.
A shock here. Goomba's just put himself past Sol.
Who's in the knockout zone so far? Ghost, where's he at? He's coming
They need to
through
get
now.
lap
He
time,
just
don't
needs to
they?
set a time because Azza is out, so he just needs a lap time, and this is his last chance. So
Stocks has gone up.
Sykes the
Senna,
same.
22-1 for Senna. Look how close he is to Bingley.
That's a good time.
Wow.
What
That's
times
due
is he
to a
on?
drying
Softs
track
as
though.
well.
Soft,
Sometimes
same
don't forget
time.
the track is still
I think
getting faster and
everything's
faster.
Everything's
Correct,
been through in
right.
the air because the track's drying.
Kimmy, put your feet up,
So
mate.
Ghost,
We'll get back
Ghost
onto it in
side
the race.
here.
These guys loving it at the moment. Love the passion, mate.
I'm back
after a
Sol,
while,
Sol
so-
fourth. Ghost third.
Sykes is
Goomba is
coming
out.
through here for his last
Sod.
chance. Oh,
Eighth.
he's made it.
He's not-
Akas is out.
He's knocked
He's
Akas out.
not necessarily. Is he through? Yes, he is guaranteed. But operator is.
Goomba
Let's
is
have a
the
look.
last person to come
I'm
across
on
this
board
line.
with
He
Goomba
needs
now.
a time here.
This is huge for Goomba.
Come on, Gumbo, don't mess it up now.
Oh God,
Come
I
on,
haven't
you
had my
little,
wheel
come
on
on, you
so
little
long.
bumblebee.
It's going to be between the Toro Rosso and the Renault. Mini Stocks, by the way, has smashed it through in seventh. Good effort.
Come
by him.
on, operator, please have a good enough time. Come on,
Beat
team.
Cadgis is eliminated, as is Azza.
He's 7/10 up apparently his steering wheel. I think Gooma's got this, unfortunately.
I don't think he has, you know.
Gumbo.
He's not.
Oh,
he's
he
not.
hasn't.
Oh,
400ths of a second. 400ths of a second. And he fails operator.
That is.
Get in, operator, son. Well played, even though you didn't do anything for like 4 laps.
By the way,
That is
ladies and gentlemen,
painful.
that is Q2. The shootout is still yet to come.
I think that's
So-
the best Q2 session I've
Coming
ever seen.
next time on Formula 1 Q3.
Swanee, Benny, Lara, all at the back.
Oh God, me, Benny, and Rara at the back. Us three will be chopping through. Right, I have a feeling it's going to be a crash. I have a bad feeling it's going
Hey,
to be a crash.
I'm letting you
Because
go.
it's slow
I'm not getting
That's the
involved.
problem,
Yeah,
it's slow traffic, isn't it? I think we're going to have to play the long game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
guys.
Especially in this first corner. I've seen last
Swanee.
night's first corner was
Swanee.
horrendous.
Swanee, dear 9:19
Oh
PM.
no, don't make me do it. Don't make me do
Dear
it. What round are you
nine.
on? What round are you on,
At
quick?
Monza,
Nine,
at the
nine, nine,
Italian
nine, nine.
Grand Prix.
Round
Right.
9 on Monza GP. SF1 Championship.
Oh, we need an intro. we
Bingley
need an
takes pole
introduction.
in Q2, followed by Senna, with Ghost coming in third position.
guys,
There's a crash
guys.
on the spectators.
No, guys.
I know.
No, guys.
Watch
No,
out.
seriously. This has affected people before. It took
That's
out
okay,
Dark Mark
the
in
wing is
GP2.
reset. Only when the
Oh.
car is terminally damaged, or there is
Yeah.
a penalty given. And
Imagine
no
if Bingley
penalties
just got a
popped up.
penalty.
Please. Bring Bingley at the back as well. Oh, let's make a real race here.
Yeah, but put Bingley at the back with the rest of us.
And look
Do-
how
do
dry, look how
reverse
sunny
grid.
it is now, guys. Look at the sun. Lap times are going to get smashed now. We're going to want to see a track record from our very own championship leader, Bastard Bingley.
Is he technically
Wow.
the champion now?
No, nowhere near.
No. Nowhere
Nowhere
near.
near yet.
Swanee's,
mate. Still
Swanee's
about
coming
3,
back
4
in
races
about
left.
4 weeks' time, so he will be.
Swanee, there's no triple points, you mate. So just kind of bury your head in that part of the sand.
No, I know,
Here we go,
it's
guys.
not
Look at this.
ready.
Azza does have. It's a 5-place penalty. Azza's at the back. Optical G, Goomba, and Beat Cadgis, guys. So the guys.
Does
who
that
went
mean
out-
Az is in front or behind us? Because I don't even know. I
Behind.
don't even know where we are.
He's dropping 5
He'll be behind
places.
us.
It'd be
So
19.
he's going to be in.
Oh, no,
no, he's
it'll
in
be-
between both of you. Should
Yeah.
be.
I'm not even bothered. Like I've just joined off the off chance here, so.
Need to make a point, guys. Obviously, no, we did mention about the soft tyres. Ghost really made his tyres work there. No bias at all there for Red Bull, of course. But
No.
but he really did
course
make the
not.
tyres work there. Get himself third. You know what I mean? And a big shock in that session, I would almost say, would be Senna keeping pace with Bingley.
As a fellow Red Bull driver currently, how long did the soft tyres last yesterday?
No comment. Because his race is watching
that's
the stream.
not. I could have just went and watched the stream.
No, because we've got our drivers in here watching. That's the only reason why I can't say.
Right, I
Everyone
want
could have watched the
to.
stream.
I just want to point out that I reckon Pole is going to be, of course, Bingley, but I reckon it's
Nah.
going to be quite
Nah.
comfortably, just because
I
we've
think
got a dry
Smoke's
track
going to
now.
take pole.
Because smoke. He's deep.
I think
Oh, here we go,
Smoke's
guys.
getting
Straight out, straight in the action. Forcing
It's
it's
Sol.
Sol. We're going to be straight on with Sol. Obviously,
Smoke's
this is
getting
gonna
pole
be
by
the
like
big one.
3,000th of a second from Bing Balls.
Could be interesting. Interesting theory. Very interesting theory.
Ferrari.
Followed by
Williams.
John.
Couple of not shocks, but surprises in
I
GP3.
think
Big
some
Mo,
people
one of
crashed
them.
out in problems. Yeah.
Bingley's
Big Mo,
already
we've
out.
got-
This is unlike Bingley.
This is unlike everyone to be out so quickly. But I think with it being a dry track, everyone wants to get a feel in there. No one wants to be
Is there
left.
rain due?
No. You'd assume
No.
not, based on the kind of way the kind of clouds have kind of deformed over the background.
I would
Then
like to
strange
think
things
more
have
rain, but this is odd. This is odd for everyone to come out straight away. Like I say, I think everyone doesn't want to be left out to dry, so to speak, because the track's warming up, getting quicker. But again, the more the track's driven in, the warmer it gets, the better the lap times get.
See, you got to wait
So
for the
it's odd
track
that
to
everyone's
rubber in as
gone
well.
straight
So
out.
that's why I don't
So-
go out straight away because
Yeah,
you got to
so
wait
yeah,
for the
this
track
is-
to rubber in.
Senna is in a prime spot
Oh.
here because he's in the pit lane.
Who's in the McLaren? He's got no front wing.
Big Mo already had
Big
a
Mo,
massive
Big
problem
Mo's had an
there.
incident.
Anyone else damaged? Let's go through the order.
I think Big Mo, I
Doesn't
think,
look
just
like
literally kind
anyone's-
of almost lost control. of it,
Jono's
didn't he, on the
camera
wing?
for me is weird. Why is Jono's camera weird?
Kind of the way it's
Come on.
the Ferrari is a little bit wider, isn't it? You're on the TV pod now.
No, I went from one to the other. One Ferrari from Psych is fine, and then Jono's camera. Oh, it's changed again. Whoa, that's weird.
So guys, we have
Sorry,
Sol
the
then
Ferrari
coming
just needs
around
to
on a lap.
lose a few pounds.
Sol coming around on a lap then. Let's have a little... We're actually going to watch on board with Sol here, because he will of course move into provisional pole position, of course. Will it be
Come on,
for the long
teammate.
haul? We will wait and see. So it takes turn one. Very, very nice angle there. You kind of obviously want to avoid the kind of sausage curve on the inside of them. Other than in sector 2, you want to kind of ride the kind of second one of them a little bit. But we're going to go and find out how Sol does this now. Around the long sweep in turn 3, heading towards the second chicane now. Coming under the Pirelli board. Hashtag no sponsor. I do not get paid to say that, so they can piss off as far as I'm concerned. Go around the second chicane. That's nice. That's a very nice one. Just avoided the apex here, but if you ride it too much, as we said. Go around Lesbo 1. Lesbo, not Lesmo. No copyright. So we go around now the second one. Let's go fly now down towards the Ascari chicane. One of the most difficult corners to get right on this game, wheel or pad. It doesn't really matter how you do it. It's always going to be tricky, especially as everybody's running low downforce. Let's see how Sol takes this then.
And on
Is he going
straight.
to be able to ride the left apex? It's very good. Oh, he's just lost control there a
He
little
backed
bit.
No, he
a
lost
little
it.
bit loose. That's
Very
what it
loose
is. You
back
can't go riding the kind of, you know, the kind of apex, so we say, the curbs. You've got to watch out. And just almost in a way, you've almost got to sacrifice the entry to that corner to get a great exit. But we'll see how he does parabolical anyway.
It's all about
And
releasing the steering.
It is, especially at a track like this, wheel or pad, it doesn't make a difference. You've got to release it at
Yeah.
that time. Let's see what he gets. He will be improving on this next lap, but he does a brief 1 minute 22.8. Next one,
It's
guys,
not
coming
good enough
round
from Sol.
is,
It's
I
not
believe
good
it
enough.
may be Zany. No, it's not his Smoke Spaceman, you'll shout. Let's have a look what Smoke does. Back in a broadcast cam, we've seen an on-board lap of the Italian Grand Prix, 21.9. May
It's
not
not
get the
good
job
enough.
done, but it's good for now, of course.
Zany goes across.
And Zany 22.2.
Second 22.
Bingley 20. Oh my bloody Nora.
No, yeah,
22,
Bingley's
20.2.
apparently
7
on-
tenths quicker than Ghost.
That is mental.
Zany,
quick,
what
yeah.
are you doing?
Here comes Jono and Mini Stocks coming around the final
Keep an eye
corner
on him,
now.
Mara. I'm on board with mini stocks.
Yeah.
Don't know
Oh,
if
okay,
it's-
Jono's bailed. Mini Stocks.
No damage from Jono.
122.9. Interesting.
No damage from Jono, so that's pretty cool there.
Jono might have just known. He might be fantastic. I know my time. I know what times you guys have got, so he's gone in. He might be
It's
waiting
just
to
kind of
pull out
almost
his
source
absolute best.
scout, isn't it?
Yeah, like he might be
wanna
trying
ask
to pull
everyone,
out
guys,
his
as
absolute
well.
best here.
Everybody who hasn't done it so far, please drop me a follow if you can. The more we get out there, the more this league grows, the better we do getting forward. Obviously, we've got
The
pages
more
now,
likely
we've
it
got
is Swanee will open with GP3.
yeah, because that's something.
We're
Yeah,
gonna have so much work going in the future, aren't we?
yeah.
We need paying for this
My
shit.
ginger hair will soon go to white, I tell you. Right,
Yeah,
so
I'm glad
we
you're
got the-
ginger because I'm the only one. You know, this bit was run by gingers, and we were
is,
both
mate.
head of the GPs at one point.
We were. We
So I
actually
think we should have the
attempted- me and
National
Swanee
Ginger
for two-
Day. Should be sponsored by SF1.
We need to change the logo for one day to orange.
I should have asked for my SF1
Oh,
logo to
Bigley!
be in orange, shouldn't I?
What's happened?
Bingley at
Big-
Parabolica, he'd lost it on the way.
He's took
I don't know
out
if he
the.
did it on purpose.
He's took out the boards. Bigley's took out the boards.
I just jumped on board with him. He was out of shape. Going into the
Boat's coming
corner.
around the corner again.
It was on the
Bailing on his
straight.
lap. Smoke, what's he doing? Smoke's gone around for the
1.2
lap.
laps
So
of
he must
fuel.
have had
Stocks.
a had a
Stocks,
sight of that.
guys. Improved, but nowhere near enough. 22.7 up from his 22.9 that he had a minute ago. So we're going to go on board with Big Mo. He's the guy who hasn't actually done a lap yet. If you guys can just keep BI on. Yep, he's back on now though with a fresh wing. And that's good. Who's this
I would
here?
like to point out halfway through this lap, Smoke is 6/10 up on his lap time, so he's looking challenging for being but not close enough.
Sol
He's
just
got bloody.
second
He's
fifth.
got Iscari wrong again. This time he went over the grass.
Needs to get that right.
Smoke's
Oh,
just
and
gone
you see
through it
just
and
in front
quite
there.
smooth.
Oh,
he
abandoned
pressed
this
the
lap,
pole.
Sol.
Ooh.
Big Mo in the gravel. Big Mo in the gravel.
Smoke's
Not
abandoned.
Mini Stock's fault. No, was it Mini? Yeah, Mini Stocks was in front of him, but I think Big Mo caught. Do you know, like when you kind of see someone in the distance, guys, and it doesn't put you off, but it gives you that mindset of crap. That split-second delay, Big Mo over the gravel
Lack of
after the second
concentration.
chicane.
Smoke was up on his lap time, he had to bail on his time, so I'm wondering, has he got anything left in
Fuel.
the bag?
Fuel, mate.
I
Fuel.
know
He's
he
run out of
would've
fuel.
run out of fuel, but he was up on his lap time. But I mean, is it enough to get down to Bingley? Or does Bingley have even more to give yet? Is Bingley
That's a very
just...
good point.
Just
Is that his
something else
hunger
I
lap,
wanna
or is that his full-out lap?
Because we've joined in, like, obviously, as qualifying's gone on, are we going to be able to put a setup on?
Yes.
Yes.
Right.
Do it straight away.
Wait,
yeah,
we'll
yeah.
should have 5 minutes on the
Dark
grid to
Mark
do it.
will be readying up, otherwise qualifying bans will be issued. So good luck with that one.
No.
Especially going around Singapore.
That's fine.
This is when I mess around pressing too many buttons and ready up by accident.
Yep.
Hey, I'm just happy I made it back.
Imagine that you go away for 4 weeks. Hey guys, how about this one? We haven't forgot about you, mate. Yeah. Big Mo did get himself into 8th position. Jono is coming around the lap. We're actually going to go on board and watch a lap with Jono. He's going to be the next one. I wonder if Big Mo is actually going to improve. If someone could keep an eye on Big Mo for me.
Well,
We've
I'm
got Jono
on
coming
board
round.
with Big Mo now. I've stayed
No,
on
he had
board with him.
Second chicane, he did mess up in the previous lap.
No, he got
Should
it
be
nice.
interesting
He
to
got
see.
it nice this time.
Hopefully get a 22. This is giving Kimmy a chance to save his breath as we get the racers to come and do our job pretty much for us. This is quite nice, to be fair. Like, I will be going
yeah,
very
sorry,
confident.
sorry for jumping
Yeah,
in
Paul,
here,
shut
but
up.
I needed to know
Shut
what
up,
was
shut up,
happening.
Paul. Me and Swanee are taking over. Right, Swanee, come on. So, Big Mo's on the qualifying.
We'll commentate while driving. Screw you, we have a driver's seat view.
Yeah, that's kind of slightly SF1 illegal, but we'll yeah. Well,
I'll just shout out, I'm diving on and watch this!
turn 1, guys. Everyone's going to watch out for turn 1 after yesterday. It was an absolute shambles yesterday into turn 1.
Yeah, you're
cars
going
I
to need
thought
to be
was
trying to
down
get as many views as you can on there.
Alright, Big Mo going across the line now.
What's he doing?
Doesn't
23.2 is improved, not enough. Didn't improve the time.
Jono is
Not the
next.
position.
Skip to Jono.
We're on board on
Yeah.
John and now, mate. Watched him the whole way through the lap. Very, very smooth, by the way, and it's his first time on the super soft tyres. So that's good for him. Obviously, we'll see. And Senna is still not out of the pits. Curious.
It's a bit wide from Jono, but he's okay. Did he have to lift?
I think this lap
To be fair,
time
you
is
can go
gonna
out the
be
pits
top
for
four.
2 minutes.
He's
You can go out the
second.
pits for 2
121
minutes
total.
30. Oh,
That's a good lap time.
Gap's still
That's
about
a
7
good lap
tenths.
time.
It's
Bingley at the
beatable.
minute, still untroubled.
It's beatable.
But Ghost's coming out, so Ghost will be on it now. He'll know that what his target is, but is Jono going straight out again?
Well, like I said, with career mode, I come out on, especially here, with like 2 minutes and 30 seconds remaining. So, I say because it's
Keep a
such a
BDI on
short
Ghost
track,
and
you
Zany
can-
here, guys.
Yeah,
What they're doing,
They're both
they've
pitted.
both just gone into the pits, so they're basically just both going to try and get some TV time. Okay, whatever. By the way, guys, when the race starts, I would like everybody who is racing to leave watching the stream.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Obviously,
of course.
because even though some of you may think, haha, he's not watching, I have a list of all the names here. So, haha.
No, that's
the joys
fine,
of the
that's
Twitch
fine,
app.
I fully understand.
Obviously, we don't want people, as Optical G, using his name, turn around and said about gaining an advantage, funnily enough, but we've got to kind of make sure that that does not happen, of course.
Yeah, that
Right.
was one thing when we used to do it. A lot of people used to watch the stream, and it was slightly unfair because tactics were given away. And
Part of the reason why I stopped streaming my races.
yeah, I
Because,
stopped
other than the
streaming
fact it
mine
could be asked.
recently because of. I
Jono,
thought lagging
about to
and
go
I don't know
across
if
the
it's
line.
lag or not. No, he's
Oh,
not.
cheers for that, mate. What's John doing? Nowhere near.
Doesn't
I believe.
improve.
He's got enough in the tank for one more, though. Just.
Smoke space, man.
This is his last chance, so he's got to go for it
Alright.
regardless.
Smoke Spaceman. Improves
Doesn't
his time,
improve.
not position. Got the green time. Doesn't move up in position. Put about 2 temps on his own lap. Bingley is just looking out of this world. You see operator in the background there, no improvement from operator either. I believe it may have been an outlap.
No
That's
one's
probably
improving.
why.
This is strange.
You got to think that everyone's now giving it their all, so all it takes is one mistake on a lap, and your bank lap's better anyway.
Did you hear
When
a
you go
story about
absolutely full
qualifying
throttle.
yesterday?
I
What
did not. What happened?
I crashed off, got 10th, but Catherine was in 9th and would have been 10th, but Beer put in the lap of his life, and me and Catherine were on the 5th and 6th row.
Wow. I actually did see the start of the stream. Yeah, you were 10th and 11th. Yeah.
It was amazing, mate. Amazing race.
I didn't even
Right,
have,
anyway, that is not why
time to
we're here.
host. Didn't even have time to host you yesterday because I was that busy. at work.
Jono's crashed.
Oh,
Jono's
Jono! Just caught him.
Oh,
Oh my good lord. Lucky boy, that's right. That's right, I binned it yesterday.
Good lad.
Good boy,
yeah, just
good
pull
man.
over.
He
mate.
knows,
Get-
he knows his time's over. He just needs to see this out now.
Smoke looks like he's still on it, so I'm still on board with him.
Good driving by Jono here.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got
smart.
plenty of time
No
to
one
get
anywhere
around.
near. Smoke Spaceman, this is going to be
Smoke,
possibly one of
brilliant
the biggest
corner
laps of
there.
his season. He's not out of
Can
the
he get
yet. He's
anywhere
coming
near
up the
Bingley?
championship very slowly.
Not
Second.
good enough.
That's another
Bingley's lap time's
21-4.
unreal.
For 24, Jono isn't improving. Jono is done for the weekend. Syke Zaney, I don't know what these two are playing at.
No, I don't.
Bizarre. Giving each other
Both
toes.
getting a
Like,
hell of a
they're not even
slipstream
in the
from
same
there.
team.
Oh, this is not good.
This is going
watch,
well.
watch
You
course.
should do this in
on
qualifying.
this.
You should.
What are you doing, you pair of idiots?
Both.
See, you've
Hindered each
already messed up your lap time.
And
both
he's wasted
made
on
it
set
2
of
minutes,
tyres.
3 tenths down.
Seriously. What in the world? Do you know what, I'm going to say something now. I never thought I'd say this. Kids, eh? Right, Big
There's
Mo,
no, that's
coming round,
annoying
he's
though,
not
because
improving.
there's kind of no one to blame because nothing happened at the same time as neither of them should be there.
You just want to slap the pair of
They've
them,
hindered
don't
each
you?
other. They've hindered each other.
Bingley
Wow,
improved
Bingley
to a
were
20.4. He is now a second
3
quicker.
tenths
Senna.
improvement.
Senna 5th. Senna 5th. Moved up to 5th position.
Good job there from Senna.
So Strikes he's not going to improve. Will's mini stocks improve coming around this final corner here.
No,
he
he slowed right down.
What about
Someone's
Operator?
gonna-
Where's he at? Operator, that's the corner cut in half. I've ever seen one. Come on,
I'm
Toro
guessing that
Rosso.
he's done.
I'm presuming he's done. He's
Everyone
4
into the
tenths down his
22s.
previous
Very
lap.
nice.
Come on, come on.
No bias there, of
I
course.
have a feeling he's invalidated.
It's funny, listen to this.
Oh, Operator.
Oh my, well, yep, definitely no
Oh.
improvement now.
No.
No improvement now. Game over. Only
I
Zaney
call
can
my teammate a
improve.
moron on television.
Zaney actually
No.
put 9 tenths on his lap, by the way, guys. It would have been a 21-3, but it invalidated.
Really?
What is Ghost? What is Ghost doing?
Ghost.
Ghost, come on. This is taking the mick. I know you're watching the bloody stream. Come on and get your ass moving around the track. You've got fuel, 'cause we
Right.
can check.
Well, qualifying's over. I am going to leave the party, guys. I look forward to watching your stream later. I'm hoping to have a nice race. And
Go
yeah,
finish.
we'll,
We've got like
see you
6
soon.
minutes to wait for the fucking start of the race. Let's go.
Right,
I
guys.
need to pee,
luck,
so I'm
guys.
going.
Yeah, good
We've
luck
got
as well,
6
guys,
minutes
anyway.
when you cross the lines.
So, just to read out the top 10, because I'm going to run for my mandatory quick cigarette. Bingley 1st, Spaceman 2nd, Jono 3rd, Ghost 4th, Senna 5th, Zaney 6th, Sol and Big Mo, Stocks and Operator. And we're back in 2 minutes, guys. Evening, Kimmy. We're back in the quiet party again. So then, mate, what about your predictions for this Grand Prix then, mate? I'm going to throw mine first. I'm going to say my top three. I'm going to go Bingley, Jono, and Spaceman, mate, just because the other guys are down the back of the grid.
I know Solik's really well. I know his style of racing, and I think he's going to be well in the mix come later on in the race. I know he's not performed well in the quali, but I think he's got really good racecraft, so I'd certainly put him there, very close to the top three this weekend.
Yeah.
Certainly, Bingley's going to be there. He's going to be fighting. You know, very interesting race. Going to be an interesting race. K Rhodes, very disappointing in his qualifying, but you know, he's certainly got good pace. So it's going to be an interesting race.
I love how everyone on the stream is talking about the fact I went for a sig and didn't get over the logo. It isn't the logo that demonetizes your race, guys. It is the after part where they talk about the circuit. That's a tip for you all. But I'll tell you what though, mate, turn one, we're going to be up and down this grid like a bleeding fiddler's elbow. Absolute fiddler's elbow. Goodness me,
It's going to be interesting.
So I'm going to take a little sly cheat now. I want everybody who's watching this and they're racing please to leave, if that's okay. If that's okay, guys, if you can all please leave, so to speak. So we've got a couple of car changes, guys, obviously, based on this here, of course. Benny's in the Force India now, or Cobra, should we call him. Rhodesy fell to the back as well. He had a 5-place penalty. I guess it was a 5-place penalty for his incident with Cardinal, who ironically hit him. Work that out. Rara is in 15th, Swanee 16th. Mediums and softs for those. Beat Optical and Page Cardinal are going for super softs. That's a really intriguing strategy there, to be honest with you, Kimmy, because they're so far down the grid. Are they thinking about damage, maybe? Get in, then work on a one stop after that point.
Well, last night I did actually slate the red tyres for starting the race. I was going to go for a one-shot strategy.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it swapped me onto the white, so I was like, shit. You know, and you take a front wing damage on that, and it really does wreck your race. And I was dropping a second a lap. I kept on them tyres regardless. It was just one of them things.
Do you know what, mate? I'm going to sound really, really unknowledgeable now, but where did you come yesterday? I was that hyped up for coming second. I don't remember anything else. You got ninth. Good effort, mate. With all the kind of carnage around it.
Yeah, I mean, basically, I run into the back of Catherine and somebody else. Just up front right hand side, just completely off. It was all red, and I just I raced for 26 laps, I think it was, on them.
Jesus, mate. Fuck this guy. Well, do you know what was funny in my race, though, man? It was literally, I started 10th. Got round the first corner. I've got a clip of me in the first corner, by the way. If anyone wants to go onto my profile, SF1 Posgard84, have a little look at it. And everybody just kind of like blew up into each other. So there's me casually playing along, 9th, 8th, 7th, 6th, 5th, 4th. Lennon, hell of a drive, of course, yesterday. He is watching the stream, marshalling it, of course. He was up there. Amazing drive by Lennon yesterday. Stunning drive, it must be said. And do you know what's really cool, actually, Kimmy? There's two Northerners doing a race for the first time ever.
From the point of commentary.
Yeah.
Wow.
We're ruling this. So basically, any American is absolutely screwed. They won't understand a word we're bleeding saying, so that's good. Right. And any of the Eastern European guys, just tune out now. No, stay tuned in. We need views. You know, oh wow, we've lost 4 views. I'm sorry. Come back. Come back, please. But yeah, here we go then, guys. We are waiting now, of course, for the runner of this league, of course, Kimmy, SF1 Senna. He's going to be the one to inevitably ready up. So yeah, good, really good qualifying all round, and hopefully we get not too much in the race. I want to have a nice chilled one today. I don't want any battling. I want me and Kimmy to talk about the football halfway through and how much we failed to get into the World Cup final. If anybody doesn't know that by now, you can come out from under your cave. You know, obviously, if you haven't seen the World Cup final result, we're not going to go dropping any spoilers, of course. But from what I did actually see it. You know me, Kimmy. I didn't actually watch it. I was with the baby, so I actually missed the whole game, the biggest game in 4 years. You know what I mean? I saw like 10 minutes.
It was a good game. It was a good game. I backed the wrong side, but it was a good game.
A lot of people did. A lot of people did, mate. I've heard. I've been told. So, mate, it looks like a dry race. Do you know what? This is almost like a mirror image of us. I wish we managed to get on them dry tyres yesterday. That would have been really fun.
I was going to say the same thing. We've got a dry race coming up. You know, is this a mirror image, or we're going to have something, a spanner in the works, and maybe a little bit of rain thrown in later on?
Oh, wouldn't that just be beautiful? That would be
It
beautiful
would.
from our perspective. Well, mind you saying that, I've got a bloody steward this bleeding thing, so if everyone can just keep it very clean, going to the first corner at 2 miles an hour, you know.
Do we have a
I'd like
race
to
report
damage
on the
off just
winner?
I don't know. Do you know what? If anybody is actually here, It Cheesy, thank you for watching, mate. Hi. Optical G has said all dry. All dry, mate.
All dry.
So there you go. We're going all dry.
That's a shame. It would have been interesting.
It would have. So basically, Optical G has got a 10-second penalty for watching the stream, and another 10-second penalty for ruining our evenings. So cheers, mate. Thank you. So well done, mate. Actually, do you know what's really worrying as well? Optical sounds that young. We could actually legitimately be his dad. You know what I mean? It's crazy how.
That would not surprise me. Seeing I'm probably one of the oldest SF1 racers here.
I'll tell you what, mate. We are going, though. We are going. Here we go, then. And I think it was Senna that read it up, so common sense, seems to have prevailed. It seems that we have had a whole weekend with no bloody restarts. I think we need to restart.
Well, just because you're missing it.
just because I want to go and see the menu. You know what I mean? So here we go then. Let's have a watch of this formation lap. We actually had a fun game last week, me and Carlos. Gimme, how many people are going to get disqualified from the formation lap? What do you reckon? I'm going to call 6.
Oh, mate. I got disqualified, I don't know how, last night.
You got pulled off by yourself, didn't you, mate? Everybody just died. It's just mental. Oh, boy. I tell you what, though, I will mention something kind of going back almost onto the race topic. Even though this is a game, lads, this is obviously a video game, you know what I mean? You still feel the nerves. These guys, literally, especially the ones I'd say, who have outperformed themselves in qualifying, the likes of, for example, I'd say Ghost. Ghost up there, obviously he's really good, but 4th position for oh my god, Senna just lost control there. Just watching everybody go through the chicanes. They're all boring. No one's near each other. What are they doing? What death and destruction in this game, man? Come on. Are they all going to deliberately not crash now?
I've got to echo what you said though about Lennon. He had a fantastic race last night, Lennon.
Amazing, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Just on point. The pace he had was phenomenal.
Held it together,
Absolutely phenomenal.
Didn't let pressure get to him.
I mean, obviously he did make that mistake, and well, I think his controller went off. So it would have been a 2nd place for Lennon because he was quicker than me. Obviously, he was way quicker than me. Are we going to have no DNFs on this? This is almost a letdown, isn't it? So just as a bit of a side note, mate, we've got guys in different cars. Swanee would usually be in a Toro, he's in a Red Bull. Benny would usually be in a Haas, or Cobra, sorry, that would take me a bit of getting used to. He's in the Force India. Oh, here we go, yep, here we are, yep. Any disqualified? Oh my god. Jesus.
It's getting tight now.
Oh boy. But do you know what,
It's
mate?
a tight grid.
Look at the... Oh, you ruined it all. You nearly got round. Oh dear. Have you noticed how they're all sprinting to the line? It's quite interesting. How they've not gradually worn the tyres up and all literally just threw it in there. Oh, Skillen, you were just death. Gimme, Skillen on the chat. Expecting a huge collision and an explosion. Alright, okay. Right. So
I think we can almost guarantee that.
Well, we're going to find out now, ladies and gentlemen. 5 red lights. And we sort of go. Yeah, but go. Why is there a delay there? So I'm going to go on now. This is already carnage. Ghost is up the inside here.
Oh, wing damage already.
Bingley's run wide. Bingley's run wide. Let's go. Oh, very clean-ish. I believe I've seen Beat Cadges lose a bit of wing there. Very, very, very cautious. Smoke Spaceman. He's leaving the Grand Prix.
Lost loads of spaces.
Where's he gone? What's happened?
He's right
I
to
did
the
miss
back.
it.
Jono's
He's got
right
no
back
damage.
at the-
We've got Optical and Big Mo in a little mini scrap here. Optical's made a dive here on the Haas. Oh, he skidded. Oh my god. Oh lord, squeaky bum time already on lap 1. Mate, no casualties. No proper casualties. Anyway, Optical's all over the place here. I think Big Mo's got damage. I'm going to do a damage report really quickly. Oh, Chronic has a... Not in the league, of course, technically. He's guesting today. We'll see how competitive he is. They're going to go too wide rather than through Ascari.
Swanee
onto the gravel.
wide. Oh.
Oh, collision. Oh, he's hit Rara. Oh, my lord. Oh, he's took Rara's wing off. Look at Cobra. Cobra coming at him. I love how we're just watching the battle for like 15th place here, though. We should really focus a bit higher up the order, like, you know what I mean? Loads going on by this Smoke Spaceman. Sets the first lap of the race, of course. Oh, you've got Azza and Cobra side by side. Rara. Ghost up there too. Oh, wait there. Bingley jumps Zany. Zany being very, very cautious.
Oh,
big
wide
difference.
line.
Oh,
Got the drive out.
Optical. Wait, keep an eye on them, mate, a minute. Azza. Oh, Cobra. Look at these guys here battling. This is kind of, forgive me with the quiet voice for me as well. Ghost on Smoke Spaceman. Red Bull rocking this at the moment. Senna is already dropping back, so we've got a top 4 forming. Oh, we've got a guy off in the grass. It's Optical again. Optical, Cobra, and Azza moves behind Rara. Now Benny or Cobra, I can't get used to that. Cobra and Rara had an incident last week, of course. They had an incident, of course, where Benny and Rara went side by side and crashed off. Sol, I believe, has lost half his wing as well. BCAD just up into 7th position. Loads going on at the moment, this early stage in the race. Swanee is all over Page Cardinal here. The battle for 12th position. Remember, Swanee to start pretty much at the back of the grid. So just coming through. Cobra, Rara. Let's have a look here. We're going to move back up because Bingley has caught the Ghost. Just have a little flick down, mate, to Swanee if you can. Swanee, I believe, has got Cardinal, so we're going to flick to that. It's a nice lap there. Good stuff.
Swanee.
Bingley has got fastest lap. Has he got him? Did he get him? Yeah, he did. Cool beans. DRS enabled. All the top 4.
Ghost
see
is
here,
still,
Cadges.
oh, he's dropping off a little bit now to Smoke Space.
Oh, I believe that's Optical across the if I can speak English.
Bingley's all over the back of Ghost.
Oh. Back up there now, mate. Is he going to get him?
No.
He's backed out of it.
Yep,
No,
he's
he's
got
not.
it.
Ghost ran wide. Ghost ran wide, and now Ghost and Zany, 2 friends, battling it out for 3rd position here. You see in the background, Mini Stock's having a great start, 6th position. Need to find out what did happen to Jono, of course. We will get told, I'm assuming, come the end of the Grand Prix. Let's have a look at any other close battles on track. Smoke Spaceman has got away briefly. Oh, and there's a incident back there. Beat Cadges. Went into the gravel, Sol up into 7th place.
Optical.
Good friend there,
right,
Kenny.
I'm back in Cadges.
I believe Az has gone off.
Gone past him.
Oh, he's got him around the outside. Great move there by Optical. There's lag for days.
Oh, that's lag.
Oh, lag has caused 2 guys to go off here. What's happening in Swanee? What's going on? Optical's fallen the 14th. Lag everywhere there. 4 cars coming down the main straight. Sykes got Ghost, by the way, but what you gonna do? Oh my god! Oh my god! Rara just slammed Cadges into the wall. What's that, Rara? It was either Rara or Cobra.
Oh.
Carnage everywhere here.
What's going on here?
Mental at the back. Goomba's involved. Beat Cadges. That was wing damage after hitting the wall. Hopefully recordings were taken. Oh, Big Mo runs off at the Big Mo runs off. Big Mo off at the chicane. Swanee moves up and they're all moving back up there. Big Mo through. Apparently Big Mo got a corner cut penalty. That is ridiculous. He lost 3 places. What a shambles. Anyway, moving on. Oh, look at this. Optical G on the back. Optical G's fallen down to 15th place here after making it all the way up to
He's
8th.
back to Gumbra as well here.
They're all here. 3-1.
Oh.
Optical. Optical, nice move, but look behind him. We've got there Rhodes. Still down there, Rhodesy. Bless whoever that was. Senna's got Ghost. I love that, bless whoever that was. Hashtag professional. Anyway, moving on. We've got the top. Bingley is chasing down Smoke Spaceman. We'll get to that battle in a bit. Mini Stocks and Sol, really quiet race at the moment now for them. And we've got Swanee. Swanee up from 14th on the grid here. Is challenging Operator. Ironically, his teammate, as Swanee's
Has Rose got a move on Cardinal here?
Oh, keep it on, Swanee. Just going to follow this through.
Yes.
I'll have a look in a minute, mate. Keep your eyes peeled for me. I'll try and get onto this now. Swanee, I believe, has got in. We're going to go down. And you see in the background, Azza still down there. Jono still down there too. Rhodesy needs to begin to make this work. Senna and Ghost are battling here.
That's it. He's got to be out. Oh, this is so close now.
Let's have a look. What's going
3
on?
cars here.
Oh my God, 3 cars again.
Got Azza as well. Oh.
Rhodesy, really good move.
4 cars.
Really good. John around the outside
out.
of him as well. Oh, I'll be honest with you, I
Oh,
don't
they
really
lost
see
it
a
a
fault
bit
in
wide.
that. There was just nothing you could do. There was that many cars going
No.
from one corner.
That was a good race.
Mental. Good that no one actually got damage. So here we go then. Running down now, we're on board with Bingley, funnily enough. I love how that all exploded now, everyone's miles apart again. Other than these two up front, and I think we've got another battle for 4th. I think Ghost is all over the back of Senna. We're going to flick to that really quickly. Nice move down the inside. Oh, a little nudge, didn't give him enough room there, Ghost.
Up on Operator as well.
Well, let's watch this then. Ghosty, very forceful move on Senna. And do you know what, mate?
Oh, he's got
Credit where credit is due. But look at this, he's let through. Rowers in the wall, is he? Forgive me, mate. Ghost has let Senna through, and Mini Stocks has taken advantage on the pair of them. Look at this, for battle for 4th. Mental. Operator's gone right down. Is that a crash?
Yeah, he had a... He lost it, and then Raw took the place.
Bingley, and look at this, Ghost, look at the battle for 4th. Bloody Nora. Ghost has overshot chicane. Overshot chicane. He's going to have to wait for everyone to come round now. 5 seconds stop. Look, he's let them all go through.
Pace.
Swanee's up to 7th, mate. Cobra 8th. They're all coming up together. If you do see anything, mate, grab a recording if you can, please, as well, Kimmy Bud, just so we can bleed him.
Yeah,
Fire. As much Sol with a 3-second time penalty there. Swanee has moved ahead of Mini Stocks. This is mental. Spinning. Cars crashed off. Cobra.
Oh, Ghost out.
Ghost is out. Ghost out, but Cobra continues. What happened there? They were side by side. Cobra's championship. Remember, he is 2nd in the table. It's just fallen through the floor. This is... Look at this. Even Jono's gone past him here. Jono's got past him. Jono won Cardinal.
Jono, what a ride.
What a move that was.
Just
seen that. And up here, Optical G, he's gone off as well. We mentioned this, mate, last night. We were in the same party, weren't we? You know, it's funny how people will run one wings. You'll see them all struggling around, you know, the... Oh, Sol! What's happened? He's crashed off on the main straight, mate.
Oh, no.
What?
Sol's
How?
out.
Look where he is. What?
Oh, he's took his wheel out.
Oh,
God
look at
knows
that. Car don't really hit us. What? We need to see that. Optical comes in. Bingley's taking the lead. Bingley has taken the lead of the Grand Prix from Smoke. Bingley leads. We've got a yellow flag in Sector 1. Oh, that is, of course, Sol on the track. Syke Zany in 3rd. Senna 4th. Swanee 5th. Oh, Red Bull. Hashtag. Cheers, mate. Not a good weekend for any of these teams.
Goomba back and big more now.
Let's get on this, mate. Goomba, once again, has found himself in the top 10. Both of these two. After falling down the field and then found themselves back up the field, they've avoided the carnage. Oh, Goomba nearly crashed off there. Running down towards Ascari.
He's got the legs on him. He's got the legs. Oh, he's just...
I don't think Goomba realises that Big Mo actually has damage here. He's got half a front wing off, so if he's very patient and keeps things very smooth, he should have him here, surely.
Yeah, it's only a matter of time.
Update here, K-Road is up to 11th place, Jono up to 12th after this mad start to the Grand Prix. We're very tentative.
He's going to have to
Swanee
drive
and
out
Senna. Swanee and Senna. Jono's done roads, by the way. Jono has done roads, and just up there, Azza. So there's a lot still going on. Cobra has carried on
Gumba's
with
got
no win,
him.
by the way.
Gumba's got
Gonna
him.
get him. Oh, has he got him? He's
No,
not
he
done him.
hasn't.
Wow. At least see the move through, isn't it?
Big
You know what I
Mo
mean,
managed
Kimmy?
to hold him off.
That's where you need to do. Rara and Stocks. Rara's had a bit of a mare so far this race. Sector 3, we got a car off. That is Optical G spinning. He's having a shambles. Won't be speaking to Optical this week by the looks of it. Not this week, unfortunately, it would seem. Bingley leads by a second. Rara and Stocks all over each other. Still more battling going on. This is the way we do things in SF1, guys. Carnage by the looks of this race so far. Stocks and Rara side by side.
So
Sector 3.
close.
Someone's off in Sector 3. Who's that? Smoke had a mistake. Smoke's made a mistake. No, it's not. It's Optical doing pirouettes around Parabolica. Okay, we're going to go back to that. Rara has done Stocks. So Bingley with the fastest lap of the race there, guys. As we have Goomba and Big Mo. This battle's ongoing. Still yellows in Sector 3. This is causing people problems now because obviously there's a lot of people really close to each other. Jono and Azza, a former GP2 rivalry there, Kimmy. Rekindling from last year. Optical G has retired the car.
Oh, it's 2 out of the race.
Big Mo! Big Mo! He's not been taken out, surely. They're out in the same place. As Optical distracted Big Mo. Big Mo is gone. Oh my
Just saw
lord.
2 cars flying off, one went off left, one went off right.
Optical left, but the key thing here, Big Mo out from 8th.
Yeah.
Oh
Optical
dear.
as well.
This is going to bring out a bit of an inquest, I'm thinking, mate, so far. Good grief. Wow. Oh. Azza having a bit of a shot at Goomba there. Never thought these two, especially after last season, would be battling like this, but Jono's behind them too. Rhodesy not a million miles away. We're going to... Oh, Jono ran a bit wide there, coming out of Azza's dirty air. Well, apparently my channel has no videos. Apparently Twitch is playing up. That's very nice of you, isn't it? I'm currently bleeding recording, you slag. Right, anyway. So
Got Azza up back
still
of
on the
Gumba.
line. Oh, look up here, Swanee and Senna. I'll stick on the Swanee-Senna battle, mate, and then obviously come to...
I'll keep an eye on Azza.
Yes, mate, if there's any incidents, I'll flick right to it. Swanee returning to the championship, of course. Remember, he's been out for a hiatus of about 3 weeks. Comes back. And now maybe making a move into the first chicane. Thought better of it. Senna runs a little bit wide. I'm going to go here,
Nearly got the
Goomba.
undercut.
The battles have all stopped. Oh, right. Just
Swanee.
someone for the championship, though. Oh, bloody hell, I forgot about Swanee and them two. Here we go, just on him. All about the patient game, isn't it? You know what I mean? You just got to keep patient now. Keep it on. Keep it going.
I think Swanee's going to get him.
Let's have a look here, Swanee. It seems like only a matter of time, does it? But Jono and Chronic Az are still going at it. We're just flicking onto that battle. Az has had a little bit of a skid there. Battle for, well, technically the battle for 8th. Nobody has made a proper, legitimate pit stop yet. Rara's found his way into 6th position. I'm assuming there, Kimmy, lap 11 or 12 will be the time when you see people coming in. Cardinal being very brave still on the supers. The only one left, ironically, on them. You see Swanee coming now down towards, that's an interesting word, towards Parabolica. Azza with a 3-second penalty. That brings back memories.
We've got 3 close here. Oh!
Oh, what's happened? No,
Chronic's just...
whoa. Azza
Rhodes.
is falling down now. Rhodes has got him. Sorry, mate, forgive me, I pressed the wrong button there, so I missed the initial move. And Azza's got damage. Azza has damage, and has just almost driven into Cobra there. I know, do you see that?
Yep.
Optical G
I'll
leaves,
ride him
no
back
real
from
surprise there.
Jono.
Jono's flown through, hasn't he? He's made up one place there. 2 guys have lost a place each. Azza being one of them. Oh, he's dived him! What is he doing? What has he done there? Oh, dearie me. Oh, dearie me.
Rhodes out breaking himself.
No, whatchamacallit? Azza just dive bombed him. Literally stuck it down the middle. Which has given Cobra a bit of a chance. Very nice defending there. Sykes 83-second penalty. That's a huge penalty up there in 3rd place. And Swanee has got Senna. Up into 4th place now, Swanee. Rara can chase down Senna now.
Mini stocks. At the moment.
Watching John and Goomba. That's right, mate. I'm going to get on board that. It's the closest battle on track at the moment. Zaini is catching Smoke Spaceman. Azza is still within the vicinity. There's a bit of a gap back now to Rhodes in 10th for the final points paying position. Here we go.
And very close with Rhodes as well. And Cobra. And Azza.
That's the one. We're on board now with them. The battle for the final point. We're going to be used to this next year, mate. You know what I mean? Jeep, do you know what's saying that? We got a few pitters. 3 pitters. The top 3 have all come in simultaneously and out simultaneously. But they're going to come out. Mini Stocks is going to get in front of at least one of them. Oh my god, look at that, mate. They've come out in front of the big group. But Zany hasn't. I don't think. Oh, Lord. What's going on here? Stocks and Spaceman. Oh. He's let Zany go. I think we're going to go back there.
Yeah.
Jono's done Goomba. Big move there. Jono has done Goomba up in 8th place. It's now Rhodesy, Azza, and Cobra comes into the pits. That may be one of the moves of the week. Swanee has taken the lead. I was thinking the same thing, Phone. I tell you, I was thinking the same thing. I can't whistle that well. Operator down in 15th place, mate. Not a good day for Operator today.
I'm just reviewing the video, 1 second.
Is it a bit of vid centre there? Let us know, mate. I'll continue the commentary from here on out for this second as we've got Reagan doing a live review. Azza is still on the back of Rhodes, the battle for 11th place. 10th place, sorry, I'll get my mathematics right. Oh, Rhodes has lost control there, and he's took a bit of Azza's wing off. Oh, dear. Oh, unlucky there for Rhodesy, or Azza more importantly, Rhodes, both passengers in that instance. Rhodesy gone for the long one stop, you see Mini Stocks comes into the pits.
Yeah, the incident regarding Big Mo, it's Big Mo runs into the other car that smashed up, I forgot what it was.
Optical.
It was Optical, wasn't it? Yeah, Optical at the pit wall, and it looks like Big Mo's just gone straight into it.
What can you do about that? What can you do
nothing
about
you can
that?
do.
I bleeding hate that when that happens. Zany and Smoke Spaceman from the pit stops have literally come out on each other. Right then. Oh, Zany went a little bit wide there. So this has been a mental race and there's still a long way to go here because obviously pit stops have been made, undercuts will happen. For example, Mini Stocks here will be coming out ahead of his team. Well, will he become... That's a question, Gimme. What do you reckon the pit stop time is here? Oh, wait there. Sector 3 yellow flag. It's Swanee, the race leader.
Is it a pit length time? I think it
Yeah,
be around about 26 seconds or something like that, is it?
I think it'll be around about that, mate. Sorry to interrupt you then, by the way. Swanee did crash. He spun. Spun by himself. Ascari. Oh, dearie me. I think this will be Swanee coming into the pits now. Spaceman just robbing that slipstream. But Rara has now done Swanee. Big moves. Goomba's still going round. Is he going for a soft one stop? See Senna now leading the race. Bingley second. Obviously the net. Well, it's a net. You know, first for Bingley at the moment. Let's have a look if anyone's close to each other. Beat Cadges running with Mini Stocks. This is the battle now for 10th place. Cadges has done a great recovery drive. I think he does still need to pit though. As you see, Stocks in there. Rara has come out of the pits comfortably in that. So we do have a top 9 now, mate. Top 9 we've got Kimmy. And obviously it's the battle for the final points paying position once other cars do pit in. So, thoughts so far at half distance? Wow.
Yeah, a couple of people I didn't expect to be out at that time, you know.
Your two boys, Sol and Big Mo, both out. Jesus.
I just can't. Normally quite solid, you know. Normally positioned quite well. Certainly so. Like I say, he's normally well up there, and Big Mo is consistent. So if any bigger hitters end up getting knocked out, he's usually there to take the place of them. So
Sol's a prime example of that, isn't he? A prime example of that.
Yeah.
We've actually been offered, by the way, an interview from the Ghost, actually, to explain what went on with him. Well, he's asking if we can. I think he's trying to get some TV time as our Ghosty. Oh, here we go. Jono into the pits on the medium, so this is going to be a straight switch onto the softs. You'd assume. I believe Swanee and Rara are going to come out. Will Jono get out in front of Stocks? And more importantly, will Jono get out in front of Azza? What is he doing? Swerving left and right there. You've got to watch that.
Rhodes has made up 13 places. Look at that.
Did you ever doubt it? Did you ever doubt it?
No, not at all.
He's an enigma.
No, I did say it would be a surprise at the package.
Oh, Azza's made a dive bomb at Cobra again. He needs to sort of what? I say dive bomb. He's actually made it stick. Okay, that's something else. I thought he was just going to completely fly over the curb. Great braking by him. And we see here Captain Goomba and wow, Goomba and Rhodesy. Who'd have thought that battle? Both guys need to pit, of course. Both guys will be pitting coming up this lap. Goomba's tyres are absolutely spent. But he's in 5th. He's actually in bleeding 5th place. Mental. And a battle going on here for 11th, 12th, 13th, still between Azza, Kajis and Cobra. Remember, Cobra and Kajis are, of course, both in the Haas. Remember, even though, of course, Benny is driving the Force India, of course. Cobra, aka Benny, 3-second penalty. And Bingley has caught Senna. Bingley has caught Senna.
Should be seeing.
Go on.
I think we should be seeing Akajet into the pits any time now.
You reckon? He's getting hauled in,
he's in.
Has he got in? Yes, he has, mate. Good call. Perfect call there. And we've got a side-by-side here. The battle for what's now 11th place. Will Azra break himself again? Very slow battle, these guys. As Kaj just comes in, Cardinal nice there. And Benny this time. Or Cobra, should we say? Oh, a bit of afters there. And Bingley has taken the lead in the background. Goomba and Rhodes, there's battles going on everywhere. We need a 7th commentator. There's too many going on.
Yeah, we've got
Sol has
back
sent me a message. I think Sol has sent me a message as well. We'll obviously read that after the race, Sol. If you want to come into the stream chat, mate, if you're watching it, let us. Obviously, I'll read your message come the end of this race, and obviously be dealing with things on Tuesday to let you know. Senna finally pits the first one of the super soft one stoppers.
Zany's just took Smoke Space, man.
Has he done him? He's done him on the straight. Smoke's going back at him. Oh, there's afters. Oh, look at Smoke. Look at this. Oh, Rhodes with the penalty. But that's not what we're seeing here. Here comes Smoke Spaceman. Will he have the kind of guile to do anything about it?
Oh my
He's gone from on the outside. Look at this. Zany's got him. Zany up into 2nd place. I'm sure Mr. Spaceman will have something to say about that later.
Some of these new guys that have been coming into both leagues have been really showing pace, haven't they?
Amen to that. I mean, look at GP2. You got Carzola. Admittedly, had an awful race yesterday, didn't he? On his standards. In this, Zany, Ghost. Good with a penalty there. But, mate, the recruitment process is really, really working well in it. The only problem we got now is we're out of space. Look at this.
Yeah,
19.
we're going to be soon needing another league.
Oh, I love how you tailed off when you said that. Then it's like the dreaded little coat hanger over everyone, isn't it? There is something that will need to happen here. Rhodesy has a 5-second penalty lingering on him. He will need to get past Goomba. I can't believe I'm saying this. Goomba now. Fine drive by Jono, by the way. Up in 7th, catching Rara. Swanee actually managed to re-overtake Rara. We actually went unnoticed between us two, basically because I think Rara had wing damage. Even though Swanee had that mad crash and Rara went into the pits before him, Swanee still got out because amazingly after spinning, I don't think he hit the wall very hard at all. So he's actually managed to get through. Look at Rhodes and Goomba! Rhodes and Goomba battle for 11th. Only a man Poss can get so hyped about a battle for 11th place. Yeah. But that's because it's a bleeding decent battle. Goomba is holding his own here. Solo's left session will be reading that message
Rhodes
to him
going
briefly. Has he got him though? Rhodes is the master of making these work. Puts his car in the right place. 11th position. On to chasing Azza. The battle then for the final point paying position. This will be, I don't know who Azza's going to be racing for, I don't really know. Oh! And Mini Stocks is ran wide. Benny goes through. Cobra up into 8th position. Cobra is Benny, guys, if anyone is new to the stream. Right, so Sector 2, we've got a yellow flag. Who's that? It is Goomba. Oh dear. Goomba crash, bro. 14th. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Lost some time there.
Operator is amazingly, Operator's only about 12 seconds off the points, which is mental considering where he was earlier in the race. And Smoke, Spaceman and Zany, very close again. These two just love battling, it would seem. A quick drink saying that, mate. Bingley has taken off. We kind of expected it once he got free. As soon as Zany and Smoke battled, that was it, wasn't it, really? You know what I mean?
Chasing
It
down
was just...
Raw, yeah. Very close.
Let's have a look. Mate, do you know what? I literally just went onto that a second ago and pulled off it. That's a good point, but I'm going to stick on this one for a minute. I believe we've still got Smoke Spaceman up there, and Azza's pitted again. So Rhodes has got 10th place, but Rhodes does have a 5-second penalty. So we will obviously see where that goes and where that leads him at the end. And we got sight.
Jono.
It's
Jono's
Rara now.
the inside.
Let's have a look here. Is he going to get the move done? Nice and easy. Rides a curb, and he gets a 3-second penalty for his troubles. Jesus. Great move. Well, mate, Codemasters doing their duty to club and country, so to speak. We've got a yellow flag in Sector 3. Why? Why? There's no one there.
I think with these two just went wide a little bit. Probably caused
look! No, Smoke Spaceman! He's crashed off, mate. Look, 15 down. What's happened there? His wing's off. Fuck.
Oh,
Forgive the swear word, guys. Forgive me. I'm allowed to do one every so often. Oh my God, man.
Is he going to come in?
He's going to have to pit. He's staying out. Do you know what? You may as well. If he pits in, he's going to be dropping 28 seconds. That's out the points. Smoke has had an incident with Senna once already this season in Britain. Good driving there by Smoke Spaceman. Really knowledgeable driving that time, wasn't it? Just literally understanding that he's on there. And look at Rara and Jono. Good, clean driving for the pair of them. There's battles everywhere. Well, there's like 2 battles. Azza with a penalty. Should we cue the tumbleweed there? Oh, Spaceman, no. This is different for the Spaceman, though. No wing. It's killing him, isn't it? He's got to do 8 laps on these tyres, mate. How is he going to do it? And Azza just kind of quit anyway. I think Azza had an incident regardless. Oh, he did. He went flying off the track at bloody Ascari. Oh dear. Not a good race then for the returning Azza. Jono versus Rara. Pretty much the closest thing we've got to a battle, so we'll get on board with them. Jono, I believe, will have the legs on him anyway, and can then set out on, well, Swanee and more importantly Smoke Spaceman for championship purposes. Jono, remember, was high on the grid, fell back, Kimmy, to 19th position. Jono was running at the end of lap 1.
Yeah.
Unbelievable comeback. Unbelievable comeback.
Been plenty of action.
Spaceman, he had to, mate. Oh dear. I'm assuming he'll have some form of recording of it. We did miss it. Kind of almost out of an unexpected variety nature. He's just pulled into the pits now. Taking an age to get that car fixed. Do you know what? I think he may come out in front of Cardinal here. There is still some points for Spaceman to grab. Obviously, big race Monday night. Are you in? You're in it now, Kimmy, aren't you? I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Going to Hungary tomorrow night. Good luck with that one. Look at this Spaceman coming up. Oh my god, Space and Cardinal. What a move by Spaceman, I'm sorry. Undercut of... Oh, crisscross as we can call it. What a move. Hashtag I'm in a Sauber tomorrow. That's all I'm mentioning. Well, do you know what? There's no point me even announcing I'm in a Sauber tomorrow. Every Tom, Dick and Harry knows I'm in one anyway, don't they? So, you know what I mean? One of them. Anyway, we have got then Rara running. Jono and Rara now 5th and 6th after the incident with Smoke Spaceman. I'm assuming with Zany. I'm not sure what happened there, if it was just a single mistake. Obviously, we will hear from the way it stands, of course, here. We will.
No, Rhodes has made himself into the points.
Of course, yeah, I forgot about Rhodesy. That is a good point. We'll flick down to Rhodes. He is on the super softs as well, chasing down stocks on mediums. He does this every single bloody race. Puts himself on the quicker tyre. Takes the pain of having to make his tyres last. He is, Kimmy, you'll agree here. I think everybody who's watching this will agree. He is the best person on tyres in this league. Without a doubt. I tell you what though, today, guys have tried to go with him. Goomba tried it. Senna has done a fantastic job. Fantastic job up there. Well, he's running in 3rd, isn't he? You know what I mean? The only problem with Rhodes, he had that bad qualifying, so it left him on the ropes a little bit. But Senna is on course for a podium. So, be interested to hear his thoughts after the Grand Prix. Go on then, mate, while we're just in a bit of a quiet patch here. Driver of the day then, Kimmy. Who would you kind of look at and why?
Well, I've certainly got to look at Swanee. He started at the back, even though he's not actually in the race, you know. I think he's done amazingly well, as he usually does. But obviously, from that point of view, I mean, I think Rhodes has done such. I think he's done such an amazing job tonight. You know, K Rhodes. Yeah. But now for the driver of the night, I think it's got to be Bing Balls, hasn't it? You know.
Oh, you took the safe option. You done the safe option, mate.
Well, yeah, but
it's true though.
You know,
it's one of them, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'll announce mine come the end, but I'll give you guys a bit of an insight as to what I'm going to be saying. There's a few. Smoke Spaceman has just absolutely levered that lap time. Oh, look here, Rosie. Speaking of roads, all over stocks now, of course. Swanee with a penalty. These positions aren't going to be surefire, Kimmy. Penalties are coming in. They will come into effect, of course. Remember, I know that Swanee does have at least one. I've seen Zany with one as well. Monza is notorious for giving up. Look at Rhodes! What a move! Has he pulled it off? Not quite yet. Side by side going towards the first Lesbo. He's done it!
He's got him, yeah.
He annoys me, mate, because he can pull off better overtakes than I can. I'm leading GP2. It really annoys me.
What's he got? Another 4 seconds on next corner, 9. Yeah, it's
going to be close. Apparently, mate, Lennon has spoken in the comments. Skillen said paint the Haas. But, sorry, forgive me. Jono has said, well, Lennon has said Jono for driver of the day. He has a valid point. He has a very, very valid point.
Well, he started up there, he went right down to the back and then back up again. He's done really well.
I think he's actually, is he higher than, oh, whoa. Mini Stocks had a glitch. Mini Stocks is absolutely lagging like a Trojan horse.
Oh, what's happening there?
Just stop, mate, on the track. Literally stop dead. Smoke Spaceman's got to be careful here. Literally, just be as careful as you can, Smoke. It must be said, Paige Cardinal must be literally kicking himself. He's one place outside the points. Operator has been on them tyres since the very start of the Grand Prix. It says he's on soft, but he is actually on mediums, guys. I want to point that out. Goomba is still going, as is Kajes, and Azza, of course, has left. So, do you know what I'm thinking? This may be a bit of a, almost like an elastic band effect here at the end. Because you've got Senna being, his tyres will go off. Swanee will catch him. Jono is currently in the midst of sort of catching Swanee-ish, you know, a couple of thousandth here and there. Rara's re-catching Jono, and you've got Cobra on an absolute comeback of dreams. Remember, he was down the back and had a couple of crashes with Ghost, of course, who DNF'd, of course, from that perspective. And Spaceman has got stocks. Has he done him? Oh, they're still side by side again. Stocksy is going for this one, though.
Oh.
Smoke Spaceman. It's Trailer Park Girl stuff around the outside, isn't it? Straight round. Into ninth position, Smoke Spaceman. And Cat just gets himself a penalty as well. It is pretty much irrelevant, that for beat, isn't it? He was up there. Had a mare in that mad mid-pack. Remember that Kimi earlier race? That mad mid-pack battle where they just all kind of half exploded on each other, really, didn't they? And then a couple of guys got through. Cobra and Zany, both with penalties simultaneously. Where will they be? I don't think anyone really knows, to be fair. Surprised at Cobra's fuel. 1.06. They've all got loads of fuel to use. Like, Spaceman's the only real one. I'm rich. Oh, here we go. The couple of guys at the back haven't got much. But let's have a look. Go on. Sorry, mate.
Yeah, you got Rhodes and quite a bit left as well.
Bingley, of course, we will be getting on to him. Watching him on his final lap, of course. Fastest lap of the race, Smoke Spaceman, 23.0. The handy nature of the super soft tyre. I bet he would trade in that blooming fastest lap for second or third every day of the week. Believe me, everyone would, well, almost everybody. Won't mind the fastest lap occasionally. We got no real battles on track there, so I'll probably go back onto my drive of the day before we do introduce it. I will obviously announce the final result. First one, Swanee. Second one, Jono. And it'd have to be said, third one... No, I'm going to stop at 2. Because I've seen Bingley win too much. Basically, Bingley's done what he can. He's done what he's done. He played the smart game. Psych. We don't know what happened between him and Smoke. We'll obviously find out if he does have a microphone coming up. But you know, it's one of them, isn't it? Where like Jono, just for the sheer nature of him still going. You know, not kind of losing heart, so to speak, because it's so easy to do. We both know that, and we can watch Bingley now take his last lap of the Grand Prix. And Bingley's already weaving. The Bingley weave, as I like to call it. Believe you me, mate, when GP1 bonds together next year, I don't think there'll be much time there, Kimmy, for Bingley to be weaving. A lot of quick drivers are going to be in the same place at the same time.
It's going to be a very tight league next season.
But then your GP2, there's no favourite. It's the first time ever. Like obviously this year it was Clutchy, myself, and Carlos, wasn't it? Who were the kind of initial 3. You know, GP1, Bingley, Benny. Oh, we've got a car from the background. That's a back marker. I believe that is Cajas. I believe. Yep. And they all seem to be closing in on each other. So we are going to be on board with Bingley doing his final lap. It is, like I said, even though we didn't give him driver of the, I didn't give him driver of the day. You went old Bing Balls. You know, it's one of them where he's done it again, hasn't he? He's took advantage of guys like Benny having, or Cobra, sorry, I will get that right by next week, having themselves, you know, bad races. And there is something, once we get off this, we are going to be flicking onto the battle for 5th and 6th, because Jono, Rara and Cobra, speaking of Cobra, are all very, very close together now. So they're within a second. But Bingley comes across the line, back to back for Bingley, and he wins in Monza. Great drive by Bing Balls. Psych, Zany, good stuff. Goomba's left, really. Well, I guess he's guaranteed 13th, so he might as well stay in it, you know what I mean? I think Goomba thought he got lapped. It's like Zany, his first podium in his second outing. Well, look here, we're going to get on board with Senna. Oh, SF1 Senna. I can't believe we're interviewing him, dude. He's pulled it out. He's done it again. Senna
pulled it out,
third, right? Swanee 4th, but look at John O'Rara. On the line battle. Rara's on rich mix, John on standard. Swanee fell. John was 4th. Swanee fell. Cobra got Rara. Well, that's a mishmash if ever I've seen one. Look at Smoke Spaceman all over the back of Rose. I think. Smoke! Smoke Spaceman just blew up.
Oh, never.
Literally exploded after the line. Mini Stocks finishes 10th, another vital point for Renault. Page Cardinal, 11th place. I can't believe Smoke Spaceman just blew his car up on the line. Cardinal, very good drive there, 11th place. We also have their operator 12th, and of course Goomba left the session. What a Grand Prix. Kelly, could you do us a favour, mate, and bring in Bingley, Syke and Senna to the party, please, mate, if that's okay?
I'll try and invite them.
Let's go. Great drive then from all our top three. Bingley again on top of the table. Kelly's drive of the day claims another one. Another little step into the GP1 Championship. Of course, as you mentioned, a lot of us are looking to next season just to kind of see who can topple him. Or play F1. God, we're doing another one, are we? Cheers, Mark.
No, absolutely not.
So we're just waiting. I love how people are coming into the party who aren't on the fucking podium. Sorry to swear. Fuck me, like. Right, anyway. So, Smokes.
I haven't got Zane.
I'll get him at here. I think you can I'll bag him from this here. Give him a card. Wicked. Spoke to him for about 2 years, it should be fun. Right, so just while waiting on Zany, coming in now. Just waiting now for him. Here he is. Just wait for him to load up and do his thing. Top three, have we got audio included?
Yep.
Cool. Right then, so fantastic race, mental once again. Fantastic drive though again, guys. Quite a few incidentes which we'll be looking at after the Grand Prix, of course, over the coming days. But of course, we're here again. Bingley, congratulations, mate. Second on the bounce, I believe. How was the race on your side?
Thank you. Well, start was a bit dodgy. I outbroke myself, so I had to just take it careful. And then honestly, I thought Smoke and I think it was Zanny in front of me. I thought they were just going to pull off because I don't think my race pace was that great. But I managed to get back up and I managed to control the race from there. So
it wasn't your usual dominant drive, really. Obviously, when you got clear in the end, when Smoke and Zaney decided to kind of have their little battle, you know what I mean? You then decided to take off. But we noticed, obviously, in qualifying, mate, you were just gone. There was no one near you. But I'm going to ask you a question, a different one. Obviously, we know the race, well, it's clear to see that the race went rather well for you. But the championship battle, when you saw Benny disconnect, it must have been like Christmas.
we did say something in the party. Yeah, it's just a bit of gutting because I probably wanted a battle with him. Would have been good, but that's how it goes, ain't it?
After last week, one of the best battles in SF1 history, if not, in my opinion, the best, to be fair. A whole race battle for the thing. But obviously now, Bingley, you're kind of beginning to make your mark on the championship now, getting yourself up there. You know, it's one of them things now. Got to be looking at that championship now, mate, to be honest.
Yeah.
Very, very close to it.
Not a lot of races left. So.
We certainly do. I believe it's 5, if I'm correct. Singapore next week. Can he wait for that? Congratulations. Kimmy, anything to add, mate? Or are you all good?
I'm all good, mate. No. Good race, lad.
Cheers.
You're his driver of the day, mate, by the way. So, congratulations.
How kind.
Right, do you know what? Second place. I haven't spoke to your arse for about 2 years, mate. Not that I really want to speak to people's arses anyway. Zany, congratulations, mate. Second place.
Thanks.
Kind of a bit of an interesting race. If you could possibly let us know about your battle with Smoke Spaceman, because we didn't see him go off. From your opinion, what was the kind of feeling of your battle with him?
It was a decent battle. His lines were interesting when I was like 9 tenths back to him, and he was like weaving on a straights at every opportunity he got, but eventually got past him because he got a bit screwed into the Parabolica. Then I was sort of managing my fuel because I was minus like 0.10, so I was in the middle sector. Then the gap was hovering around a second. He kept getting DRS, and then going to Ascari, I was obviously in the fight with Ghost, and he said like he was off. So I looked back and he was in the wall. He might have just got dirtier, I think.
But mate, after last week, disappointment, obviously finding your feet in SF1, obviously then crashing off in the corner with no name, which can now be known as the zany crashed off corner, I guess, if you want to call it that for a week, I don't know. But basically, no, congratulations, mate. Get yourself in there now. Obviously, fingers crossed that you do kind of keep up the consistency. We've got Singapore next week, of course, as we mentioned. So, other than that as well, third position. Nobody predicted this one. Again, you seem to have a habit of doing this to us. SF1 Senna. Congratulations, mate. Honest to God, you pulled it off after more problems for other people. Again, your race is going to be very interesting to let us know, mate. So from your perspective, how'd it go?
Right, from the beginning, I was absolutely pooping it because honestly, after hearing what happened in last night's race, I thought it's going to be carnage. This is going to be absolute carnage on the first corner. I think it was the first corner. Jono span in front of me. I don't know what happened there. I think he might have got caught up on the sleeping policeman on the inside. I just tapped the back of him and damaged my front wing slightly, but it weren't enough to sort of warrant having to change my wing or anything. And after that, it was just a case of trying to have a clean race. And I had a little bit of a battle with Swanee, which
we may have noticed
I enjoyed that battle, but nervous as hell because I'm not used to sort of battling up the top of the grid really because I'm just not as quick as them. But
an insight
I just
to a
thought I'll go
previous
for the
interview
one slot.
that myself and sorry to interrupt you there, Senna, an insight to a previous interview. We're going to talk a bit about next season now and begin to get the hype buzzed a little bit because no one really talks about it much, do they? But obviously it must be, this is directed at yourself of course, it must be as you have spread concerns about not being competitive. The majority of people in this lobby will be in GP1 next year, and this race you have beaten them. So,
yes.
Upon this, are you feeling a bit more confident now, Senna, moving into the Season 3? Or Season 4, technically.
No. The only reason I managed to do as well as I did tonight is one, other people messing up, and two, I just managed to do the one stop from softs to super softs.
Amazing pulling that
was
off.
It's the only reason I managed to do it.
Rhodesy managed to try and do it as well. Obviously, Kyle had a lot of problems in the race. There's going to be courses, going to be loads for us to do later, of course, standard stuff. Hopefully GP2 stewards have more to do than GP1. My drive of the day, for the first time in God knows how long, isn't technically on the podium. It's actually Jono, simply because of the fact that he fell to 19th place, stuck behind everybody else and managed to fight through and grab what I believe in the end was 4th due to penalties. So, fantastic drive there on that side.
Well done, Jono.
I believe Kimmy did that for... Kimmy voted Bingley. Kimmy went Bingley.
Yeah,
Bingley. Go on.
Bingley obviously took the race. It's the importance for the championship, really, more than anything. That's what takes it for the day for me. I mean, obviously, he's needing them points to try and stretch his lead.
Amen to that. Amen, you need it.
You do. I mean, points make prizes at the end of the day. So, that's what it's about. And looking from my point of view, not finishing a race up till yesterday, not finishing the last 3 races before that's been downtreading for me, I tell you. So, just to get them points, so I know what getting points is about, and Bingley certainly deserves it. I mean, he pulls it in, week out, doesn't he?
We won't mention Bahrain then, but that one can get left alone.
Don't bring that up.
So, final note then from myself. Tomorrow night we are back off stream. You never know, people might start streaming that. I'm not dropping any hints in there. We're at the Hungarian Grand Prix, 100%. I'm going to just say, guys, I'm in a Sauber. I'm going to start putting that as my thumbnail if I ever start streaming it, just the Sauber in general, because I'm never going to get out of it. Because you guys can't finish a bloody race and get me out of it. Crying out loud. But then, in all kind of looking at it from a serious perspective, we are back then next Saturday night. It's, as far as I'm concerned, the big one. It's going to be GP2, 2 points in it for the championship. Pos versus Catherine, one-on-one. I believe at the moment, I don't think anyone else can really get involved in that. But Singaporean Grand Prix, hosted by K-Roads 17, that is K-Roads 17, 8:30 kickoff on that. We're back next Sunday on this particular league. Will anybody be able to stop Bingley? We'll find out in Singapore, 8:30. This has been Pos and Kenny. Much love, take it easy, and we'll speak to you very, very, very soon. Goodbye for now.